All right, and then there were three again. Another three show, because now Froggy's gone. So the question is, what kind of discussion are we going to have with Fester this morning after Fester was away for a couple of days last week? But also I revealed that Fester has been making noise about, this is a three-person show, and, well, it's a three-person show today because it's me, MJ, along with Roxanne, and Fester's back from his big RV-a-thon, but also there was a huge fire at Fester's other job at General RV. The place went up in flames, or at least a portion.
What?
Oh, you don't know about this?
No.
It was so bad.
Oh, my God. I mean, the whole place didn't burn down, but there's some I would say there's $500,000 worth of damage over there. I mean, it's ginormous. Hey, folks, welcome. It is the MJ Morning Show. I am MJ, along with the crew that has decided to show up. Froggy's on another trip. Where did Froggy go now? Does anyone know? He was in Indianapolis like a week ago for some hardware convention. Now he's off again.
Yeah, you know where he went because he wanted you to take photos. Remember, he's got to do a presentation.
No. I'm talking about physically, like what location? Where did he actually go? I know he's doing another job-related thing. I just don't recall where he said he was going geographically.
I think he is in the bumpkin part of Alabama.
The bumpkin part of Alabama. Isn't the whole state of Alabama bumpkin?
So he's somewhere in Alabama.
Right.
I don't know where.
All right, anyway, so Fester's... Oh, Fester!
Yes.
Let's go to the sales tote board! Fester back from the big Hershey, Pennsylvania RV show, which is located right off the Hershey Highway.
Right.
All right, Fester, how many units did you sell during the massive, huge RV sell-a-thon? All right. So, what is it, Thursday, Friday?
Wednesday.
I'm sorry, Wednesday. Hold on, when did you leave?
I left Tuesday after the radio show.
Oh, you've been gone since Tuesday.
So I came into work Tuesday.
So you missed last week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So hang on a sec. The huge RV super show, super show in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Which was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Did it run yesterday as well?
Oh, it ran.
When did you leave?
And it rained. So
oh, no.
My flight out of Harrisburg,
Pennsylvania, right near 3 Mile Island, if you're...
yeah, you can see the
memories.
reactor.
Yeah. Well, those have been decommissioned, but the containment buildings, the cooling towers or whatever, they're still there?
I think I saw it last year.
All right.
So I left yesterday. My flight was like at 6:40.
Okay, so
then I flew to Atlanta.
Okay.
And then I left Atlanta like at 10.
All right, so let's go. How many total RV units did you sell?
Sold 10 of them.
Oh, geez, why are you here?
I know.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
I sold
excellent.
10. I had a big day yesterday. Yesterday was the rain, and everybody who came back were either crazy or buyers. And a lot of them did their research on Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
You sold 10 units?
Yeah, 10 of them.
I love to hear that.
All right, now hang on a minute. Are these all solid deals? Are there a chance that any of the deals fall through?
There's always a chance. I mean,
Well, how do you feel? What percentage of the deals are going to stick?
I think I might have had like 2 credit criminals.
What's a credit?
So
what's a credit criminal?
Listen,
I can imagine,
Yeah.
but I want to hear the actual definition.
My last customer of the day.
Right.
I mean, the plane's leaving in a couple hours.
How far is Hershey from the Harrisburg airport?
20 minutes.
Oh, that's close.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
not bad.
But it's a small airport, so it's not a crazy thing.
Yeah, so TSA is not a massive snaking mess of a line, right?
It's pouring rain.
Yep.
Last customer of the day comes back, and we're trying to talk about the price and how we're going to pay for it, and I'm trying to get them excited about and making a good decision. And they're like, well, we can't pick it up for a couple of months. I'm like, that's no problem. We can get an inbound unit. We can work it out. And he's like, yeah, we're waiting for a settlement.
Oh, jeez.
Like, oh.
Waiting for a settlement.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, we're already spending money we don't have. We're waiting for the settlement.
So
Yeah.
I got my waiting for the settlement.
It's like, hey, we're going to win the Powerball. Hey, let me go shopping for a big, expensive RV. We're going to win the Powerball.
I dream I'm going to win it.
Oh, yeah.
So I have my settlement people, which I'm like, okay, we'll see how this works out.
Right.
So I'm not taking any vacations on that commission, but
9 out of 10 ain't bad.
Most of the folks that come in, especially where I was working, are pretty well qualified. They knew what they wanted. It's a very specific vehicle they sold, and
All right,
I
if
sold a bunch of them.
everything pans out, if all 10 of your deals are solid and they are consummated,
I could probably live in Thailand for like 3 years.
Good for you.
Yeah.
all right,
And get
I
all
like-
the
I
massages
could
and
live,
stuff, too.
I could live like Thailand American millionaire life for 3 years.
all right, so I'm going to guess.
Yeah.
So commission-wise, selling 10 RV units over the days of the show, I'm going to guess, let's say, I'm going to guess maybe if all deals go through, commission-wise, I'm going to go with $28,000 in commission potentially.
That's on the higher end of what I was thinking. I was thinking like 22.
Well, listen,
Not bad.
I'm not far off.
Yeah.
All right, so you might have had a $22,000 commission stretch.
Yeah, I'll miss 3 shows in a weekend for that.
Yeah, I was going to say
so-
that.
Yeah, I mean,
quite,
So
quite worth your time.
Fester missed the MJ Morning Show on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of last week to get $22,000 in commissions.
Justify me showing up for months on end here.
Man, that's all going to be dumped into that money pit of a Cadillac 2010. What is it?
So it's a 2010 Cadillac DTS.
A DTS,
Which is the other issue I had last night that caused my late night, which actually, I don't know if you noticed,
Yeah,
I had to come and sleep at the radio station last night.
I didn't know that. How would I
My
have
car was-
noticed that?
I backed in. I guess I parked my car where Andrew normally parks, or on the kind of behind you.
I have no idea where
Okay.
Andrew parks.
Okay, well,
I don't even know what Andrew drives.
so
Yeah.
okay, so Andrew drives a truck.
Okay.
And he parks generally behind on the other side of the parking lot from where you normally
I
park.
didn't see your car this morning.
So, well, unless it got stolen overnight,
Might
which
be
is a possibility.
Oh, why would you sleep here?
Because the plane lands at midnight
Oh,
from Atlanta to Tampa.
so you haven't even been home yet?
No.
You wait a minute. I've gotten in at midnight or 1 a.m. before, and I go home. I'll get 3 hours sleep.
Right. Okay. Then my car was at my mechanic Damien's house.
Oh, that's right.
So I had to get an Uber at midnight,
So
which took forever.
Sunday night at Tampa International Airport
Yeah.
trying to get an Uber
no.
sucks.
They wanted.
That's why we park in the economy lot when we go away.
You
Right.
should take a cab. Honestly, that's easier.
By the
My
time I was
God,
there, it
yeah.
would have been easier for me to go to the Hertz counter and rent a car for a day.
You're not renting a car coming in at midnight, I don't think. Anyway.
But
so,
anyway, I got here.
All right. Your wife hasn't seen you? Your kids, you haven't even been home yet?
They were asleep.
Did you speak to your wife? Does she know that you're here?
Other than me sending her a text to say, alive. That's it.
Crazy, dude. And then, seriously, there was a big fire at General RV over the weekend on I-4 in Sefner.
That's Friday night.
Was it Friday night?
Yes.
Unbelievable. So hold on. We'll talk about that next. And I would estimate, seeing there's got to be $500,000 worth of damage over there.
Oh, no.
Luckily, the RVs didn't go up. I think there's damage to one RV.
A couple of them might have heat exposure. I haven't gotten the lay of the land yet.
All right,
but,
so what the hell happened? Tell you next. Just getting rolling. A busy Monday show. MJ Morning Show on Q105. Pat's got traffic.
Still a good ride.
Froggy for a couple of days. Very interestingly, I have a number of Froggy-related items this morning, which, because he's not here, shall not deter me from partaking in some very interesting content here on the MJ Morning Show. Yes.
You know what's funny is when we were all, Froggy and Fester and I were talking on text about a 3-person show, I came up with an idea that we could alternate coming into work. Like I could come in 2 days, Fester could come in, and then it would end up being a 3-person show. But you don't like to do the show like that because you like our resources all at your fingertips, everyone to be able to respond if it applies to them. You don't like to plan your show around a little rotation. Like
so let me get this straight. Your proposal would be for you guys to alternate coming in so there'd only be 3 people on the show, but I'm the constant. So I'm here.
You're the constant.
I'm here every day.
It's the MJ Morning Show.
Well, it is. I'm glad you're starting to realize that. Thank you very much. Yes, Fester.
It would be like MJ and Friends. And who showed up today? Oh, it's Froggy.
It's friend Froggy. Oh, it's friend Roxanne.
Oh, Fester showed up today. So
Monday morning, just getting rolling. We'll get into a lot of things in more detail later on, like my Breeze experience, my first time flying Breeze. All went well until we landed at Tampa International Airport yesterday morning. And even then, I would still fly Breeze again. We had a good overall experience, but the plane broke as soon as we landed. And we had to be towed off the runway. I'm glad it happened on the ground and not up at 32,000 feet.
That's where you want it to break.
Yeah. It's better for the plane to break on the ground. But listen, I don't think it was not an issue that would have affected flight, but still, we had to be towed off the runway. So, off the taxiway to be exact. So, hold on. I'll get into my Breeze experience, which, listen, overall, for those that are not going to listen later on, I don't want to leave you hanging. I would absolutely fly Breeze again.
good.
I thought it was a very good experience. Just a little bit of a plane mechanical malfunction just after we touched down yesterday morning here at Tampa International. So hold on, get into that coming up. And, of course, we'll get into the Bucks a little bit later on. Of course, you know by now, the Bucks are now 2-0.
How about that?
If I'm not mistaken, and this is amazing, out of all of the NFL teams, the Bucks are tied for the second best record. If I'm not mistaken, I believe I heard that stat.
Well, it's only 2 games into the season, so that's very possible.
But the Bucks were only predicted to win 2 games this season, 2 out of 17. DraftKings had them only winning 1 game a couple of months ago. Then a couple of weeks ago, Sports Illustrated came out with a prediction that the Bucks would win 2 games this season. Well, what does that mean? They've already won the first 2. They won the season opener, then they won the home opener yesterday at Ray J. So is that it? Now they're going to lose the next 15 games? Is that it?
I think sometimes teams don't prepare because they go, oh, we had the Bucks on our schedule. We're going to beat them. And then there you go.
Yeah.
So they just took it easy this week. The Bears took it easy. They didn't even go to practice.
Right.
They just were like, let's just, the Bucks aren't going to beat us.
Well,
no way.
The Bears aren't that good either.
True.
So the Bears did not look good.
Well, they're 0-2 now.
Yeah, they're 0-2. So the Bucks with a win over the Bears, 27-17 at Ray J. So tell you what, last week the season opener where the Bucks were on the road up in Minnesota, Baker Mayfield did not look too good in the beginning of the game. I mean, he just wasn't connecting. And then really, it was night and day.
Was it your X's and O's eye that spotted that?
Well, yes, baby, because I am a halftime analyst right here, baby. Let's go to the studio. I'm going to replace James Brown on Fox. So I just noticed that last week, Baker Mayfield just didn't look good for a good chunk of the early portion of the game. Just wasn't hitting much, wasn't connecting. And then yesterday, he kind of came out of the chute and looked pretty good right off the bat.
Listen, he's a good quarterback.
He was, if I'm not mistaken, 2018, he was a first-round draft. Didn't he go number 1 in the first round?
He went number 1 to Cleveland. He won the Heisman in college.
Right.
He took Cleveland to a playoff game. And
so everything is there that should put him in a category of being potentially a really good NFL quarterback.
Sure. He knows how to win.
So that Sports Illustrated article had them winning 2 games, One in like week 6 or 7 against Atlanta.
Right.
And then the other one in week 13 against Carolina. But they're going to lose every other game is what they predicted.
Well, that's wrong because they've already beaten the Vikings and now the Bears.
Yeah.
So
Nobody's
maybe
held accountable for the predictions. It's just everybody forgets about it, moves on.
Yeah, maybe the prognostication is going to be so freaking far off. Maybe the Bucks are going to have a surprise Super Bowl, baby.
Wouldn't that be crazy? We're in the lead right now. You start the season 2-0, your chances to go to the playoffs are much greater.
All right, let's talk about the huge breaking news. In fact, I think we have to go to the... Let's go to the MJ Morning Show News Center right now. We have a breaking news update. This is the Hal Herman news music. Oh, too bad Hal Herman is not here. Too bad we have no Hal Herman to deliver this news update, this news brief about Fester's other job going up in flames, folks.
It was so bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, a news brief from the MJ Morning Show. All right, so what the hell? So General RV, late Friday, what time was this Friday night? Do you know?
I think it must have been about 7:15, 7:30, 7:45 in that time.
You sent me a YouTube video that was posted of a guy driving westbound on I-4 heading toward Tampa, right at General RV, off to the left in Sefner, and there is a massive blaze, massive black smoke, and it looks like the whole RV dealership was going up in flames. So, Fester, what do you know about what happened?
Well, we're launching our big fire sale.
Oh, jeez.
Where the cash is on the dash, and now is the best time of the year to pick up the next recreational vehicle.
It's the huge fire sale. Okay. The cash is on the dash.
All right, so here's what I know. What I heard. I don't really know anything. Everything I've heard has been secondhand.
Is the dealership open?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
So the dealership's open, business as usual.
Little smoky.
It was a fairly isolated fire.
Right.
Isolated primarily to our golf carts.
Oh, that's the side of the building where when I stopped by about 6 or 8 months ago, when I stopped by, we went to that area. You grabbed a golf cart to drive me around the lot.
All those golf carts now are soot.
Wow. That's what I met you on, a golf cart. Yeah. You drove me on a golf cart, too.
So here's what they think what happened. They think that there was some kind of an overload and a fire started in the exterior shed that houses... How many golf carts does General RV have to race around the massive acreage of all those RVs?
They probably have 100 of them. Overall, there was probably 30 of them or 40 of them in that corral.
So you think 40 burned to the ground?
I mean, I would guess the 25 to 40, somewhere in that range.
Now, I'm not an arson investigator. I'm not a fire investigator.
Oh, but you are a good amateur sleuth.
It does appear, though, that there was some kind of a short, a spark, a battery malfunction. So the fire started outside on the side of the building where they have all of these golf carts charging.
I mean, we don't know what caused the fire. I mean, there's a couple of working theories, but one of them is...
Could it have been a disgruntled customer?
No, I don't think so.
That got their head chopped off?
No, I mean, listen, I've been known to chop some heads off, but nobody came back to burn down the cart corral. But no,
Is that what it's called, the cart corral?
It's what all the carts are.
But you ought to see the pictures. Fester sent me an aftermath picture, and there are just dozens of golf carts that are just burned to the ground. I mean, you've got like some metal frames left, and that's it.
The building is a metal building.
Yeah.
Like built by like the general. You know?
Like a Butler building.
And so it raced up the wall, and there's offices on the immediate other side. Then the fire department came, and the sprinkler system did its job, and it went off. So there was water damage inside the building and heavy smoke damage. And then when the fire department gets there, they just blast their hoses at the buildings, and their hoses entered the building.
Now, I'm an amateur insurance adjuster.
Yes.
And I've placed the damage and I didn't see the interior damage, but I'm putting the damage at close to $500,000.
Whoa.
That might be, I don't know, because all the computers were lost, all the
computers were lost
on that side of the building.
Oh my God!
I mean, if you hit a computer with a fire hose, it's pretty much toast.
Wow. So it's business as usual, though. The place is open.
So they were operating.
You're still cooking up hot deals. We're on fire this weekend.
I mean, yesterday or Saturday, the morning after the fire.
But most of the management wasn't there, right? Most of the management was up in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
It was a skeleton crew there in the first place.
Wow,
And,
it makes sense. Skeleton crew, and now all the golf carts are skeletons.
yeah, the cart corral's a skeleton
Yeah.
right now. It's kind of leaning over on itself. So, a couple people have lost offices, a couple people have lost paperwork and
Oh my
stuff. but
God! What about like family photos on the desk? Some of those were burned to the ground.
most of the business managers don't have families.
Okay.
You just sit there.
They're just vagabonds with
Just sit
no
there.
relationships. Is that it?
Bottle under the
Okay.
desk.
All right, so that's a pretty big deal. And Fester's other job, selling RVs at General RV, most of their golf carts burned to the freaking ground Friday night next to the building, causing damage outside, inside. And then there were, I saw that there was one big RV because the cart corral is next to the service department. And there was one big, like 40-foot RV or 38-foot RV. Looked like the front was melted off a little bit.
There might have been some damage. I haven't been there to see it for myself.
You going today?
If I go today, it's solely for voyeuristic reasons. Just to see the
Right.
Just to
Because
be
you
a
need
look,
to-
a looky-loo?
Yeah, so maybe I'll miss it. They don't need me there today. But yeah, so it's pretty significant, but they'll rebuild it. They'll be fine.
Wow.
Yeah, exciting stuff.
Telling you right now.
I wish this place would burn down. Of my two jobs, which I love both of the jobs. I'm in a blessed position.
I wish this place would. Well, listen, it would get us a new studio.
Right?
Might just be a little like old Radio Shack DJ mixer, but
I consider myself very fortunate. Two jobs, I love them both. But if I had to pick one to burn down, it would have been this one.
We had a guy come into the studio on Friday. I met him just off the street. I invited him in. And he said this place is more of a dump than he ever could have imagined.
yeah, we had a guest.
Did you really?
Serious. Well, Roxanne, how'd you know the guy?
I'm just teasing. I know him from social media.
Roxanne, it just invites this guy into the studio. He was he's a very nice guy.
Yes,
and
very
then right off the bat he said, "Oh, this place is a dump." I'm like, yeah, yes, it is.
Everybody I've given a tour to says that. I was like, oh, this is it?
Yeah, not an impressive studio workplace. 6:32 at the MJ Morning Show as we get rolling here on a Monday. Early morons in the news, and I'm kind of stoked. I'm kind of excited. Good morons in the news. Next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Now, MJ Morning Show as we dive into some early morons of the news. Oh, Fester just walked back in. I just sent Andrew the YouTube link to the fire at General RV. Listen, folks.
It's on YouTube.
If you're looking for an RV, there are some hot deals right now. I mean,
got a really good deal on a couple of scorched ones.
Yeah, there was minimal art. There was like I think maybe the plastic like headlight lenses of one of the RVs near the service department appeared to have some kind of heat damage, but the overwhelming bulk of the inventory was unscathed because it was, all the golf carts that burned to the ground right next to the building.
What happens is the way they position the RVs on the interstate, the fire was on the building behind the interstate, so It looked like all the RVs were on fire in the video. It looks like in that video, you're like, oh, you can see flames through RVs. That wasn't the case. They're fine. Yeah,
I'm sorry I made the silly, we got smoking hot deals at General RV, because I'm sure everyone's saying that now, right?
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, we're on fire. Deals are hot. All that crap.
These RVs are on fire. Or actually, but it was the golf carts, so that's good.
We should hire Roxanne to sing the jingle.
Yeah, there we go. Now, we posted the video. So you sent me a YouTube video. There's a dude on I-4 westbound passing by General RV on Friday night while the place is on fire, and he videoed it with his phone, and we put the video link to his YouTube posting. We put it on our website. If you want to see Fester's second job up in flames, but listen, open is business is going on. They're open. Just a little bit of damage to the west side, east side of the building, right? So
it's the
or south side, southeast side,
it's the
southeast,
north side,
northwest, south side.
It's it's the dead north, the true north side.
Whatever though.
Anyway,
the video is up from this guy just driving an I-4 going, holy bleep, the RVs are on fire. So the video is on our website, mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. And it's posted on As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. So just go to mjmorningshow.com, and it's going to be near the top. Look for the little tile that says As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. Click on that, and then it'll take you to the YouTube link. Simple as that.
I have to tell you, I first heard about the fire from listeners who sent me footage directly to my phone.
Oh, man, because everyone knows Fester's phone number.
I wasn't the first person to know about it, but I was the first person in my little clique to find out about it.
Wow.
Because as I'm walking out of the RV show or as I'm wrapping it up on Friday night,
yeah,
my phone's I'm looking and I'm like, I think our work is on fire.
Because Fester's private cell phone number is not a secret, and Froggy started blurting that out a couple of years ago. 813-310-8444 is Fester's private cell number.
The first video I got was, hey, Fester, I think your other job is on fire. My brother-in-law just drove by it.
Oh, man.
And
I think your
other job.
And look at the smokestack coming out. Yeah, it's incredible.
I think your other job is on fire.
Hey,
They put it so delicately.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, thank you for that.
It's 6:45 at the MJ Morning Show. Let's do some early morons in the news. Man, this is nuts. First up today, could someone explain what the hell happened here? This happened south of us. This happened down in Lee County, so Fort Myers, Lee County area. This woman abandoned her child in a running car and just decided to swim in the water. But it gets a little strange from here. The Lee County Sheriff's Office, they responded to a call last week. It was about 10:30 in the morning. Last Monday, story's just kind of coming out now. They respond to Captain Khan's Fish House.
As a restaurant?
Yes, Captain Khan's, C-O-N-S. Was he a former convict? Well, was he a con man? I mean, what? Captain Khan's. I mean, or maybe it's just Connor, or I don't know. I never heard of Captain Khan's Fish House.
Looks like a good place. Yeah.
What do they have? What kind of Google reviews?
4.3 is not that great.
4.3 on Google. Anyway, so Captain Khan's Fish House, cops respond, and according to a witness, 41-year-old Allison Sarah Doherty parked her car near a local pier, turned the radio up. Turn the radio up for that sweet sound. Hold me close. Let me go. Was that Eric Carmen? That's Lose Control from the... Yeah, Make Me Lose Control from the... Now I Had the Time of My Life soundtrack. What is that?
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't on the sound... But wasn't it in the movie? Was that not part of that movie? Oh, hang
Talk
on.
on the air, Andrew.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Well, hold on. Am I conflating Eric Carmen songs?
Hungry Eyes was in the movie.
Oh, that's right. Hungry Eyes was in Dirty Dancing. Oh, man, I get a DJ slap on the face this morning. All right, so here's the deal.
Good song.
Oh, this is Make Me Lose Control, right? Turn the radio up. I run a comb through my hair. Yeah, this is Make Me Lose Control. All right, so this story gets even more bizarre. So she turns the radio up in her car, gets out, leaves this young child in the car, left the car running, also left the air conditioning on for the kid. All right, so that was all right. But you shouldn't leave a kid unattended in a running car. Now, according to NBC channel WBBH, what is that, NBC2? NBC2 Fort Myers. They reported that people were shouting at her as she was swimming off the pier that there were fishing hooks in the water and sharks. She yells back to the people warning her, "I don't care. I want to get hooked."
Oh,
What?
She yells back, quote, that she wanted to get hooked and she would want to meet sharks. So they're yelling at her, "Get out of the water," because it's a fishing pier area. There's all kinds of hooks in the water, and there are sharks. Because I'm sure the sharks are looking for what, bait fish or for chum, whatever.
Scraps.
So she yells back, "I want to get hooked and I want to meet sharks." So deputies arrived, and the woman swam further away from the coast with apparently no intention of stopping. What was she going to swim to the Yucatan? Where was she going? So a local Lee County Sheriff's Office Marine unit had to bring her back. That's how far out she was.
She's a pretty good swimmer.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
Yeah. A staff member at Captain Khan's Fish House said they saw the woman and her son 3 times that week at the restaurant, and she was acting odd. We called the sheriff's office. She didn't seem drunk. She didn't seem intoxicated, said a team member at Captain Khan's.
That's a breakdown of some kind.
What the hell's going on? The boy was young, still in diapers. He was well behaved, according to the sheriff's office. He didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Wow, is that nuts? She was taken to the Lee County Jail, being charged with 1 count of child neglect and leaving the boy unattended in a car for over 15 minutes.
Does she get any points for leaving the car on? I mean, you hear all these terrible stories about parents who leave.
Left the car on, air conditioning running, radio on. So
You can't leave the kid unattended in the car. though.
Exactly,
Yeah. My
exactly.
kids
Yeah,
always, if I step an inch away from the car, my kids are like, "You're abandoning us."
we're not justifying this woman's crazy actions, but we don't have an explanation on what she was doing, where she was. Just
Maybe-
we don't have a reason for her bizarre behavior.
Maybe like a Little Mermaid fantasy,
I don't know
like
what the
a
hell.
little Ariel Disney movie role play.
Yeah.
I still have additional early morons in the news, which I'll get to in just a bit. Hey, quick break so I can stay on time here. We're almost done with the 6 o'clock hour, man. Where the hell does this thing go? All right, so additional idiot stories when we get back in minutes. And then, of course, an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ coming up at 7:23, 7:24 this morning. Please stand by. If your air conditioning goes... Fire on Friday night. Are you kidding me? That's unbelievable. MJ Morning Show, Q105-703, Monday morning. It's a threesome this morning because Froggy's gone, so not a foursome. It is myself, MJ, with Roxanne and Fester, who is back. Now, Froggy is left. And then, Roxanne, so Froggy gets back on Thursday, but then you're gone Thursday and Friday?
I'm gone Thursday and Friday, yes.
I thought you said there was a chance that you were going to be here Thursday and just go on Friday.
Well, the chance is probably that I'm just going to take that day to wake up with the kids. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just take the kids to school. So I'll be gone Thursday and Friday. So I leave Thursday.
All right.
I leave Thursday.
Okay, all right.
So I'm just going to...
Where are you going?
I'm going to go to the Bahamas.
Oh, let me guess. You're hanging with the Jeters again in the Bahamas.
Nope, I'm just going on a girls' trip.
No,
Just girls.
She's hanging out with Dale
Hold on.
Murphy.
Hold on. You just said you were picking up your girls at school.
No.
She's going to drive her kids to school in the morning.
Yes.
and
So
then-
thank you.
No.
I have the option of either come to work Thursday and then fly out after the show.
All right, so wait a minute. You're going on a girls' trip to the Bahamas, true?
Yes, true. Why wouldn't that be true?
With whom?
Girls.
So, let me guess, but
Yep.
Derek Jeter's wife is going to be there.
No. I got an even better list for you. Hold on. Let me see the
All right.
flight plan here.
Stop with your fake names, please.
It's Denise.
Yeah, all right, stop with your...
Me,
Yeah,
Denise.
yeah. Would you please stop?
And Kettle. How could we not go without Kettle?
The fake names are getting really old.
I think they're hysterical.
You're encouraging this behavior? Yeah, really?
My daughter.
Yeah.
Whenever my daughter tells me a story about something that happens at school and she doesn't want to name the kid,
It's Kettle.
it's Kettle. She's so Daddy.
How about Denise?
And I'm Denise.
All right. So so last commercial break. If you were just still listening a few moments ago, this is crazy. We just ran a commercial for General RV, and of course, Fester's second job is at General RV.
Technically, my first job, if you want to, prioritize things.
Fester makes a lot more money
to
to feed the family at General RV than he does here
Feed myself.
on the reboot of the MJ Feed Yourself.
Feed myself. Priorities.
Get
people.
in my belly.
All right. So, it was Friday night.
Yep.
Bad fire.
Fire at General RV, all the golf carts that they take customers around the lot burned to the ground. I'm guessing some kind of a charging overloaded circuit or a bad battery. Anyway, major fire.
Right.
Side of the building is burned, water damage inside. They're still open for business.
Yes.
But listen to the commercial that we just played a few minutes ago. Are you kidding? Talk about foresight.
It's been one of the hottest years on record.
Listen to this.
And at General RV, things are even hotter during our Blazing Savings RV sale.
What the?
The Blazing Savings RV sale? Oh my God, that's amazing.
Andrew just said in my ear it was a PR stunt. Light the dealership on fire.
I assure you, we've got a pretty creative PR department. They would not have come up with that.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're
Oh
probably
my
right.
God. But it is a great time to get an RV, by the way.
A couple of additional idiot stories here. We've talked about this. You can get a DUI on little kids' toys. Remember last week we talked about a guy driving a little like a Hot Wheels Barbie car or something.
Yeah.
Got a DUI on a little kiddie battery-operated car. People can get RVs on bikes.
DUIs.
DUIs. What is RVs?
DUIs, yes.
People, got RV on the brain.
Yeah, right.
People can get DUIs on bikes, on riding lawnmowers. We've talked about getting a DUI on a horse, and here's another one.
Unicycles, don't forget those.
Oh, yeah. What? Someone training for the circus or Cirque du Soleil get a DUI on a unicycle.
Yeah.
Guy in California got a DUI charge, horseback riding. California Highway Patrol in Merced, California, spotted a guy on horseback carrying an open container of alcohol. Anyway, without dwelling on this story, dude got a DUI in California for riding a horse intoxicated with an open container.
Wow.
It can happen. Oh, speaking of, things that alter your mind a bit, I guess this guy couldn't wait, or I guess we can look at it, maybe he saved the state of Florida money. A dude on Florida's death row died of a fentanyl overdose.
Oh, wow. So he must have had it snuck into the prison, right?
I would think so.
I would think that's a brilliant detective-like deduction over there, Roxanne.
Because fentanyl is not something you can get like from the What do they call it?
commissary, yeah.
Yeah. No. But I'm picturing like his last meal. I'll have a double dose of fentanyl, please. Like I'm just trying to.
It's a great time to have it,
Right?
Honestly.
This is insane. A guy awaiting execution on death row here in Florida for the 1977 murder of a Gainesville woman. The dude is still on death row for 1977 murder? Wow.
That might be my biggest problem with the state of Florida penal system. These guys sit there for several decades.
That's just too long. Anyway, he died of a fentanyl overdose. Stephen Todd Booker, 69, I guess had an acute fentanyl toxicity level in his body. But listen, this happened a while ago. This happened last November, but the Tampa Bay Times just received records last week through a Freedom of Information Act records request, and I guess they were finally able to see that he died of a fentanyl overdose. Why did it take the Tampa Bay Times so long to get it? Did the state slow walk this?
I mean, I don't know that's the Times' fault necessarily.
No. I'm not saying it's the Tampa Bay Times' fault at all. I'm just saying, why the hell would it take so long for them to get a requested, Freedom of Information Act records request?
I mean, maybe they just issue reports at certain intervals, and that's when they got it.
Because they just published the story late last week talking about how this dude died of acute fentanyl toxicity. Autopsy conducted by the Gainesville-based 6th District Medical Examiner, including toxicology, showed fentanyl, powerful synthetic opioid, in his blood and urine. The autopsy ruled the death an accident. Well, death penalty has been carried out, even if it was self-imposed by a fentanyl overdose.
Yeah, the guy actually got tired of waiting for his execution. He was on the death row for so long.
Speaking of fentanyl, I just dug through my pile a few minutes ago, and I found something that I've had in my pile for about 10 days or so. I just didn't get around to it, and it kind of fits perfectly here. Medical experts say overdosing from brief exposure to fentanyl is an urban myth.
We've debated this, haven't we?
This has come up numerous times on the show because you hear about somebody that touches a baggie with fentanyl, or you'll hear a story of a police officer doing an auto search will touch a bag. Most cops wear gloves, and you should. But earlier this week, this is from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office reported that a deputy was administered Narcan after responding to a scene where he believes he was exposed to fentanyl. Now, we've heard these stories even locally. We've had local police agencies that officers have been exposed to fentanyl during traffic stops or whatever. A Milwaukee County supervisor is asking the sheriff for the toxicology report, stating actual documentation of this would be the first time ever confirmed case of a first responder experiencing fentanyl poisoning in the field.
Wow.
But we've heard the story quite a bit nationally and even locally. We've heard about officers being exposed to fentanyl and being administered Narcan. But this story says on International Overdose Awareness Day, I guess that was a couple of weeks ago, medical experts say it's extremely rare for someone to overdose from unintentional fentanyl exposure. By the way, folks, it drives me nuts when people say fentanyl. It's not spelled like Tylenol. It's fentanyl, N-Y-L, not N-O-L, fentanyl.
Yeah, but fentanyl rhymes with y'all.
Stop
and
it. Y'all want some fentanyl?
Yeah, it's a part.
Fentanyl.
Yeah.
So, here's another story where medical professionals are saying that it's an urban myth that you can just touch like a bag of fentanyl and you can overdose and then suddenly you're convulsing on the floor and you're going to pass out. And so,
I wonder
what do you believe?
Maybe there's been, one instance of it where someone has died from that kind of exposure because it was like the purest, deadliest kind. And so that one death kind of avalanched into the rumors.
I still like fentanyl, y'all.
No, fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
That's
when you have a whole group of people.
Yeah, fentanyl.
Yeah.
All right, what time is it? Rolling up on 7:13. I have an automobile dealership scam deception story, and you're not going to believe the name of the car dealership. Of course they're going to do this. Of course they're going to scam customers. Hey, I'll explain in just a matter of moments.
Is it like Hoodwink Hyundai or something?
Yeah. Hang on. I'll get to this in just a bit. And then what do you do if you show up at a motel and no employees are anywhere in sight?
Oh, I've had that happen.
I mean, nowhere. I
Yep.
mean, literally nobody is working. The place is left unattended.
Happened to me.
A national chain motel. Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll get to that and Roxanne's story. And then the problem we had upon landing from Norfolk at Tampa International Airport yesterday. Yesterday morning, we flew back from Norfolk after our little weekend excursion, and our plane broke as soon as we touched down. I'm glad it happened on the ground and not in the air. I'll explain all of that and a whole lot more next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Rolling up. 105. It is 7:25. MJ and part of the crew. It's me and Fester, who's back from his little stretch off selling RVs in Hershey, Pennsylvania at some big super show. Roxanne joins us, so it's MJ, Roxanne, Fester Day. Froggy's now off for a couple of days. Froggy gets back on Thursday, and then Roxanne's off for a couple of days, and then I guess next Monday, hey, we're all back together again.
Yes,
it's
then-
all four of us a week from today. Yay!
That's when the fun begins. Fester.
Fester's making fun of Roxanne's attire today.
I don't care. I deserve it.
It does look like a blueberry-colored Jerry Seinfeld pirate shirt from that old Seinfeld episode.
It's ridiculous.
What is so? Fester says to me that you're wearing the most. I haven't even. I've seen.
Yeah,
you know.
you can't
I've
see me.
seen parts of your face as I try to look around the camera, and we have the world's worst studio for any kind of line of sight, and technically also, it's amazing we can crank out this high quality radio show with the equipment that I'm saddled with here, and this little thimble-sized studio that we're in. Anyway, so Roxanne, can you stand up? Just stand on top of your chair, maybe. No, don't do that, because then the camera can't see you.
So she's in her camera shot. Roxanne is wearing like a pirate, a flouncy pirate cut shirt.
Flouncy is the right word. Yes.
It's like you're going to do some kind of a Broadway show. What are like some of the old Broadway shows from like the 50s and like HMS Pinafore or something or what
like Treasure Island
Yeah,
or something?
yeah,
Or like
yeah.
it's
Chorus line? No, that was too.
no,
that was too recent.
Yeah, that's not nautical. Chorus line. We're talking about shipping pirates, and you come up with chorus line. Anyway, Roxanne, where did you get this blouse? What is this thing?
I ordered it online because I read somewhere that royal blue was in fashion for 2023.
You're turning violent.
Oh my
I mean, it looks seriously. The girl that blew up Violet in Willy Wonka in the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory deal. It's that color,
Yeah.
but it is like puffy
It's weird.
sleeves.
It's so weird. But if you're looking at MJTV right now, it looks nice. The color looks nice, and it's like looks like a little bit of a slight V-neck.
Well, if
And
you're
you can't
sitting
see my
down-
crazy sleeves.
I mean, the sleeves are like
Look at these poofy
hold on.
arms.
The sleeves are like clown pants. They are. You-
They
I mean, look at
are.
the size of the arms.
So listen, I texted Fester last night. I was like, "Hey, I have a favor to ask you. I have to drop my car off after the show. Like it's like 2 minutes away. Technically, I could walk there on the way back. I go, but I don't. I have my puffy blue pirate shirt in the
God,
rotation. I don't want people to see me walking on the side of the road in that shirt.
How much did you pay for this shirt, and where
don't
did you
know.
get it?
Whatever it was too much.
About how much did you pay for that thing?
I don't like to spend a ton of money on clothes. So I'm sure it
About
was
how much?
Probably in the less than $50 range.
All right, and where do you order this from?
Amazon.
You're
I got it on
ordering.
Amazon.
You're ordering ladies' blouses off of Amazon.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
All right.
What's wrong with that?
All right.
I just sometimes flip through and go,
All right,
okay, it's a
do me
pretty
favor.
color.
Stand up and let's just do a 30.
terrible.
Go ahead and demonstrate for the camera right now. Go to Froggy's spot.
Okay.
All right, so walk
Walk
over
over
to.
Froggy so you get the whole body shot.
All right, move the microphone. So go over to.
There
We'll
we
get
go.
the whole body shot here.
All right,
All right, now
talking to the microphone.
Grab Froggy's mic. There you go. All right, where's a good spot for it to be? Is it right there? No, go against the wall.
2 more steps that
Yeah.
way. There
All
we
right.
go.
Is that good right there?
Andrew?
Andrew, is that a
there
good
it is.
spot? Oh,
Pro-
jeez. This place is. Is that better?
How's this?
Okay.
All right.
So
all right, stand back a little bit. Okay, but look, extend the. Look at the. Oh yeah, keep your arms like that. The arms are like clown pants, and then it's all.
It's got it's kind of peplum-y, which is not in style. And
Oh,
you
but
said
it-
it's
got, like,
pimply?
That
peplum.
shirt
Peplum
is-
because
that
it
shirt
flares
is
out the
awful.
waist.
I'll tell you, that shirt is awful. Totally awful. That's the worst shirt I've ever seen. Oh, but it looks good on you. Looks good on. What do you buy that? You get a free bowl of soup.
So Roxanne, I mean, it's like you bought it from like the pirate with the wench collection or something, or a sexy pilgrim or something. I'm not sure what you're going for here.
If you want to see this awful
awful.
blouse,
But it looks good
so if you
from the collarbone up.
if from the plunging neckline up,
Yes,
All right,
yes.
so even you're saying it's awful, and
Yeah.
you're wearing it.
No, listen, I just like the
When
color.
did you get it? How long ago did you get it?
Less than a year ago.
Oh, listen. I was
This
going to
is only the
say.
second time I've worn it.
Oh my God! You should have returned this. Your Amazon return window has slammed shut
No
a
way.
year ago.
Dude, she can wear it to Gasparilla, and that's it.
I'm the purple pirate.
Yeah.
Doug came into the
or-
bathroom this morning and he goes, "Whoa, okay."
What?
Ahoy, matey.
I'm telling you could get like a gig doing kids' birthday parties as a clown.
Yeah, it does have that vibe to it.
Go on back to your microphone. So if you want to see it, we just brought Roxanne over to Froggy's position so you can see this awful blouse on MJTV. If you go to mjmorningshow.com, MJTV is at the very top. You click on MJTV. That's where you can watch us live on TV every morning here in the studio. But since this just happened, if you haven't gotten to MJTV, you can go back and you can watch the replay later on around 7:30 and see this absolutely awful, terrible, awful blouse.
Agreed, but you can look right now on MJTV and it looks nice because it's only
The top.
Yeah.
All right.
I got to talk about my airplane incident yesterday coming back from Norfolk, Virginia Beach on Breeze. We'll talk about that here in just a second. In fact, I knew the captain was going to make an announcement after we had like 15 minutes of sitting cockeyed on the runway, or the taxiway, I should say, without any announcement. I'm like, all right, the captain's going to speak soon and tell us why we're sitting here sideways on the taxiway. And I recorded the audio. We'll get to that in a second. First, though, for any high schoolers and college students getting ready, and this really applies to anybody, but this is really targeted at high schoolers and college kids. They're being subjected and they're falling for a scam. In fact, Chloe came to me, Daddy, I've been chosen as an influencer. They reached out to me via DM on Instagram, and they love my feed, and they want me to become an influencer. And I'm like, Chloe, it is a scam. It is a racket. Don't fall for the influencer scams that are targeting people your age. And this is a problem. It's targeting high school kids and college students where typically they're trying to I'm choking up over here. They're trying to, what got dusty in here?
I think every time we walk around, we kick something up around here.
No, seriously, it's all.
I think
Oh,
me
yeah.
flailing my pirate
Yeah,
arms.
I'm
maybe?
like I'm like breathing dust in here all
The
of a sudden.
AC just kicked
Oh, it
on
did.
Oh, I see it.
differently.
Oh, is that thing blowing asbestos into my face?
I usually don't see that move as much as it is now.
My
So
Yeah.
God, all
I
right.
don't know what's going
No,
on.
But you
there's
know,
a-
it takes a while. Monday mornings, it doesn't kick on until 7:30.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right, so scammers, this is important. And parents, if your kids aren't listening now, remember, don't let them fall for this crap. So scammers are going after college kids, high school kids, and they're claiming that you can become an influencer, that, oh, we want you to be our brand ambassador. And a lot of times they're trying to suck money out of you. They want you to buy stuff or send them money. Venmo money, buy something. Oh, and you're going to be a brand ambassador. Folks, come on. Nobody is reaching out to you to be a brand ambassador and an influencer. It's a racket. It's a scam. So don't fall for it. And I had to tell Chloe, I don't know, 6-8 months ago, Dad, I've been contacted. They want me to be a brand ambassador. I'm like, Chloe, it's a racket. It's a scam. What do they want you to buy? And then she just, after she was arguing with me, no, it's real, Dad. I'm like, Chloe, no, it's not real. It is a racket and a scam, and they're trying to separate you from your money.
Yeah.
All right? So heads up, there are tons of these scams going around. They're not just finding random high school kids and college kids and saying, oh, yeah, you're our next brand ambassador. Get the hell out. So just a little heads up and a warning on that. So I love this. Well, I don't like people getting ripped off. I don't like criminal enterprises. But if there were ever a car dealer, a used car dealer that was involved in fraud, rolling back odometers on cars to make the cars appear to have less mileage than the rough mileage that they've already been driven.
Yeah,
All
right.
So listen, it's not a local story. This is out of the Green Bay, Wisconsin area.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Chicago. Didn't it happen in Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Well,
They had to do that themselves
Yeah.
because of the Ferrari.
what happened?
Yes.
Yeah, what happened was when they went with the Sausage King of Chicago. Remember they dropped off that old collectible Ferrari at the parking garage, and the parking garage guys said they would take really good care of the car. And in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, they then took the thing for a joyride and put all kinds of miles on the thing. So then they had to roll it backward, and then it fell off the. Listen, that doesn't work. That doesn't. And remember, it smashed through the back of what's his name? What was Ferris Bueller's friend's name?
Cameron.
Yeah, it smashed through Cameron's dad's back garage glass window or whatever.
Awkward design for
down into a ravine. Remember, it's crazy.
Looks like me and my dad are going to have a talk. Yeah, no kidding, Cameron.
So here's the deal: you've got a used car dealership, and they're defrauding customers by rolling back the odometer, the mileage on vehicles. What could the name possibly be of a dealer that does that?
Is it something that's not too obvious, like Rolling Hills?
No, it's pretty well.
Okay.
No, it's not rolling back. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remove your miles.
No. Good. Can I speak?
Yeah, well,
I thought we were still guessing.
We're still
Backwards.
guessing. What is it?
Tell us.
Goodfellas Auto Sales.
See.
It's Goodfellas Auto Sales is rolling back odometers. Got a bunch of Goombas. What do? Goodfellas.
Hey, you like this car?
There you go.
The odometer, it's fine.
Look
Don't
at
worry
this.
about
We
it.
got a pink Cadillac here. It's a cream puff.
Hey, take it back.
Yeah, take it back.
I told you not to spend the money. Take it back.
Yeah.
Take back the fur coat.
Of course, Layla, the musical bridge here from Goodfellas, where all the wise guys start showing up dead because they spent all kinds of money from the Lufthansa heist. $5 million, $10 million, no one knows how much. Goodfellas Auto Sales is what a shocker! They're rolling back the odometers at Goodfellas Auto Sales.
Hey, welcome to Goodfellas. What are you looking for? Yeah, this one here is it's a real cream puff. 3 miles. Yeah.
All right. Now, Roxanne, I teased something last segment. You said, yeah, it happened to us.
Yeah.
And what I teased was, imagine showing up at a motel to check in and nobody is there. Now, I'm not talking about somebody showing up at a motel and the front desk is not staffed for a few minutes, that maybe the clerk is back in the bathroom or they had to go up to a guest's room to attend to something. No, I'm talking about people that show up to a national chain motel hotel and nobody is working there. It's not staffed. Somebody didn't show up to work. Somebody left.
What do you do? I mean, yeah.
This is crazy. Guess what? So what, and I want to hear your story in a second.
Okay.
So what do? You show up at a motel to check in and nobody is working. Well, it happened at you want to guess the motel hotel chain name?
How many stars would it have?
Let me give you a hint.
Oh, yeah.
Remember this? La Quinta.
A La Quinta?
Wow.
I would not have guessed La Quinta.
Right,
La
now-
Quinta is known for their fine customer service and their awake employees.
Listen to this. Happened in Nashville, Tennessee. These guys show up to check in at La Quinta. Nobody is there. They start working the front desk. They even set up the breakfast buffet for the morning.
I mean, can you figure out the job that quickly?
How'd they know how to make key cards when guests were checking? I guess they figured this out.
Yeah.
3 friends took it upon themselves to manage a Nashville, Tennessee La Quinta because nobody was working there. After a late night of partying, the trio was unable to check into their room at La Quinta Inn and Suites because no employees were on property or on site. Oh, man. So they shot some social media video. They posted this online. The caption was, when you arrive to the hotel and there's no staff, so you have a new job. They were working the front desk and working La Quinta for hours before somebody finally showed up.
I mean, La Quinta can't be mad at these guys, right?
So they checked to make sure that no one had fallen asleep behind the desk or in the back offices, or that someone had like collapsed. Listen, you could get some old overweight dude that's, working the night shift or something, and he has a heart attack in the bathroom on the throne like Elvis or something,
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. So they were answering phones. They were greeting customers. They even set up the breakfast buffet. They got back late.
That's cool, man. That's really helpful. Did La Quinta at least comp their night or something? Or
they were finally able to find some maid who didn't know what was going on, but said that she had not seen anybody in a couple of hours. So they reached out they found the general manager's phone number, in the back office, with a sticky tack, with a pin. They found the general manager's phone number. They called the general manager. He was awakened. He was on a business trip out in California. Oh, maybe he was at the La Quinta management seminar. Whoa! La 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 la. La Quinta. All right, so they took over the La Quinta because nobody was there. So they said, so they get a hold of the general manager out in California. He wasn't aware that there were no employees there.
Obviously, yes. The manager didn't
they
know.
go into manager mode. They said they run businesses back home. So their manager mode kicks in, the story says. The friends fielded complaints from customers about unauthorized payments, lack of hotel personnel available. Police later showed up to the hotel, but gave them permission to do whatever you have to do.
I mean, what are the police going to do?
The cops say, do what you got to do.
The cops aren't going to set up the breakfast buffet. They're going to bring out the muffins and reload the frosted flakes and bring out the 2 milks.
One was taking calls. One was helping guests get checked in.
Sure.
How do they know how to make the key cards and everything?
I'm sure
Good
it's
question.
not
I'm sure
a
it's
rocket scientist level project.
Would they find the computer screen to check in? Does it walk you through the process? And because, they take those keys and they put them into like a magnetizing machine to make them authorized to open up the hotel room that you're getting. Wow.
I've never been under the impression that the person working the counter at the hotel is a very difficult job as far as the processes go. You could probably figure it out pretty quickly. You probably could download a YouTube video on how to make a hotel key at the La Quinta.
Yes.
All boned up on it. I watched a 3-minute video.
That's a tutorial online?
Yeah.
All right, so before I move on, Roxanne, what is your story about a hotel or motel where there was no staff?
So it was a bed and breakfast. So we flew to California we were going to a wedding over the weekend to Napa Valley, St. Helena.
Oh, St. Helena, very nice.
Yeah. So so the wedding was at the Meadowood. Okay.
Oh,
the Meadowood burned to the ground. The restaurant burned to the ground.
Oh, and with the fires out there.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
They had a lot of property damage in those fires, the glass incident fires.
Yeah, we like Calistoga out there. Nice little Calistoga.
Yes.
That's really nice in the middle of wine country.
Right. It was beautiful. So we were going to the wedding.
And the wines out of St. Helena, there are some great producers. Well, listen, Napa and its underappreciated little sister, Sonoma. Sonoma's got some kick butt stuff. Chalk Hill, Verite.
No.
There's some great stuff coming out of Sonoma. Anyway, so you go to check in at this B&B.
Right. Okay, so we were only going to stay at Meadowood for one night because it's so expensive to stay there, but that's where the wedding was.
Oh, so you had one of you had one of those friends that has a wedding at some destination location in the middle of hoity-toity Napa County, and they saddled guests with like $1,000 a night hotel room at a B&B?
I don't remember, but it wasn't in our budget to stay at Meadowood for both nights.
So
we were booking the bread and breakfast,
yes.
To the first night for the rehearsal dinner night. So we're getting into town.
Why didn't you stay at La Quinta? Oh! All right, so you were not budgeted
No.
to stay at the fancy schmancy place for 2 nights.
Right.
So you stayed there one night and then a cheaper place the second night.
Yeah.
The first night was the cheaper place. We're getting into town. We're staying
Gotcha.
at the cheaper place.
How long ago was this?
2016.
All right, so
Pre-kids.
and you were with Doug.
We were with Doug.
Pre-kids.
Pre-kids, not married.
Was Doug having financial difficulties back then, or what?
No, that's how we do things. We have to pick your spots. You can't just.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Meadowood is not cheap. I mean, it was like, woof.
Well, how much was a night at Meadowood?
It wasn't in our budget.
Was it like $1,200 a night or something?
I don't know. It was outrageous. But
Which friends would saddle guests with like going to a resort where you got to pay for a very expensive room? That's kind of rude.
I mean, the wedding's going to be amazing, so you do it.
I'm on the Meadowood site.
Book me a room for Friday night. How much is it?
Well, they're booked.
Oh, they're booked. Son of a
But
bit.
I
Really?
can get you the middle of next week.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
Look, Wednesday the 20th looks 12. Oh, look, it's $1,200. Oh, no,
Yeah.
what?
See,
No,
wasn't in our
it's
budget.
$3,200.
Yeah.
It's probably gone up a little bit.
Oh
too.
my God! To book in the middle of the week on a Wednesday,
On a crappy Wednesday.
Wednesday, September 20th, a room there is $3,200, and that's probably the cheap ass room.
And their 3-star Michelin restaurant burned down. Can't even dine there anymore.
Their
so.
next weekend availability is October 14th.
Yep.
$3,250 for a Saturday night. They don't even have a Friday night.
No.
They don't even have Friday, October 13th available. You can book Saturday night. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh my
So-
God, $3,250. All right, so in October,
They have like 36 different bungalow suites, and they're different prices from like a cup, like $1,200
Yeah, see-
to $5,000.
yeah, I see 12. Oh, here's about. Oh, if you want to go on Thursday the 26th, $1,100 a
good.
night.
That's not a big deal.
It's a bargain night.
Which is why they stayed at the La Quinta the first night
Yes.
for $69
All right, so
in Napa
you get
Valley.
to the
Seriously,
bed and breakfast
we
and
get-
no one's there.
No one's there. The doors are locked. And by the way, I think it was like seriously less than $200 a night. But I looked at it online. I was like, oh, this is adorable. Yeah, let's stay here. Save money. So we went there. Doors are all locked. We're pulling on the doors. And by the way, I have to back up and tell you that I spilled a big hot cup of coffee, like a grande cup of coffee, all over my pants as soon as I got on the flight. So I was sitting in stinky coffee pants for the, cross country flight.
What color were your pants? Were they white?
No, they were camouflage.
Okay,
so
so
the
you-
coffee kind of blended in.
Couldn't even see this coffee stain.
No, but you could smell. You could smell it. I was disgusting. I had travel body. Travel all day.
You had coffee crotch. I had coffee crotch going on.
So-
Juan Valdez is like, I know that smell
Did you have cream and sugar in your crotch as well?
yeah.
Or was it black?
Listen, it was all over. I mean, a whole. Just picture a grande cup of coffee all over my pants. They absorbed everything.
There's some sugar
All right.
involved.
And so,
Pour some sugar on me.
so I'm getting more angry because so then we went and got some food. Come back, hoped that they're open. Now they're not open. So then somebody was going in to clean. We followed them in. We just followed them in.
How'd you find your room, though?
Wasn't our room. We found a room.
You just went into a room?
Yep. And then we just unpacked, ate our lunch, took a shower, took a nap, and then we left and never came back.
Never.
Did you ever pay?
Nope.
What was the name of the B&B?
I can't remember. I mean,
Wow.
if we could probably narrow it down because it's downtown St. Helena,
So
but
you-
it wasn't
you-
our fault because nobody was there to let us in.
Never checked, but you had a reservation.
Yes, we had a reservation.
And you didn't prepay?
I don't know if there was a prepay involved.
Wow.
I'll have to look back on
Look at
that.
that.
But isn't that funny? We just went in like Goldilocks and Three Bears and just, did
And
what we needed to
Goldilocks
do.
broke all the furniture, okay? Let's hope you didn't do that.
Did you make your own porridge the next morning?
Yeah, easy,
All right. So
Goldilocks.
let's talk about my trip with Michelle.
Yes.
So Michelle and we went on a little Michelle birthday weekend. And, you know what, Fester, bring up my Instagram as well.
Sure.
Because this already has a ridiculous number of views. So 2 things here. I posted a couple of videos that are just blowing up on my Instagram. Certified MJ Radio. So my Instagram is Certified MJ Radio. Now, our trip to Virginia Beach. Now, Michelle's birthday was Saturday, and Michelle has been wanting to go back home to Virginia Beach We grew up there. And, Michelle and I met there in 1988. In March of 88, we met in Virginia Beach.
But if you don't have any family there, what are you looking like? Oh, remember when this was a Payless shoe store here? I mean, what are you doing?
Well, we did a little bit of that.
Okay. I mean, what are you doing in town?
Did a little bit. No, we drove by my old houses. We had 2 different houses in Virginia Beach.
Right.
We went by Michelle's old house where she lived. We went to some, places like we went to Pollard's Fried Chicken, which I posted a picture. Oh God, Pollard's chicken is so good.
And it's only in Virginia Beach area?
Yeah, Pollard's is only a local, fried chicken place. And
Okay.
it's the full pieces, the the breast, the leg, the wing, and it's just a great fried chicken spot. And you know how how sometimes you have memories of something
Yes.
and oh, it's so good. Then you go back and try it. Oh, man, you know what? It's not quite.
Yeah.
Let me tell you right now, Pollard's is like even better than I remember.
Stood the test of time.
Yeah, it was so good. So here's the deal on us flying up to Virginia. We had a lovely time. We on Saturday, we went on the Chesapeake Bay Bridge and Tunnel. We drove from Virginia Beach all the way to the Eastern Shore, and then we went to Cape Charles, quaint little town. We just had a fun day. We just took a trip across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge and Tunnel. You guys ever been on that?
No, never.
It's 18 miles long.
Yeah, not lately. I remember we used to take the ferry when we'd go to New York and back. Wasn't there a ferry?
Yeah, in 1950 there was a ferry.
I mean, was it still
The ferry was discontinued when they opened the bridge in 1964.
I think there was still a ferry
No, there was
in
no-
the 70s. We
really?
took the ferry a couple times.
You serious?
And then there was the tunnel, yeah. I remember.
Anyway, so we went to the Eastern Shore on Saturday. We just had a nice time, right? We flew Breeze Airways for the very first time. Now, Breeze is a newer startup airline, and it was started by the same guy that started JetBlue. So he's out of JetBlue, started Breeze. And we had never been on Breeze, but they had a pretty convenient nonstop from Tampa International all the way to Norfolk and then, return. Well, never been on first experience with Breeze, and we fly out, and it was great. We pushed back early. We took off actually at the time that our flight was supposed to push back. So we pushed back early. We left. Anyway, I thought it was a very pleasant experience. So first time on Breeze Airways, up to Norfolk. So far, so good. Flight attendants were very, very nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, we had a Norfolk-based crew, but there are also Tampa-based flight attendants as well. But we had a Norfolk-based crew. It was a decent experience, and we had the nice seats.
Oh.
We didn't have nicer or nicest. So when I purchased my tickets, there were no nicer or nicest available. So we got nice, and they were fine. I mean, we were in an Embraer 195 LR. It's a 2-in-2 configuration. So you can stand up in the airplane. It's not like you got to, hunch down on, some of those planes. But it was a nice experience. So we fly up on Breeze, and I'm like, Michelle, I kind of like this Breeze. I'd fly Breeze again. On the way back, we left Norfolk at 7 a.m. yesterday morning. We're back by 9 a.m. But here's what happened. And does this change my feeling about flying with Breeze? Hang on. You'll have to wait and find out. So the flight is going fine. Again, a very nice crew. And this has never happened to me before. We flew up to Virginia Beach, Norfolk on one airplane. We flew back on the exact same plane. I mean, the exact same equipment, and we were in the exact same seats. So Michelle and I were in A and C, 12A, 12C. It's a 2-in-2 configuration. And we were on the exact same airplane, November 145 Bravo Zebra. So that's never happened. I've never flown to a destination on the same plane that I flew back on, the exact same equipment, and in the same seats. So that's a first for me after a couple of million miles of flying. So on the way back yesterday, we leave Norfolk on time, and that airport's a breeze. That's an easy airport, Norfolk International. So we fly back at 7 a.m. Everything's great. We land at Tampa a little ahead of schedule, and as soon as we land, there was like a heavy braking. I'm like, oh, that's a little odd. And then like a thumpity thump, 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 thump. And there was this noise, and the aircraft was all jerking, all herky-jerky. So I said to Michelle, yeah, something's not right. It's almost like he blew a tire or something on landing.
Oh, no.
But it wasn't.
Ooh, what was it?
There was a malfunction with our front landing gear. And in fact, I knew. So here's the deal. We land, and then we pull off to the taxiway, but I can feel that as we're still on the runway, decelerating and then taxiing, I can feel, something's not right. I'm looking at Michelle. Something happened to this airplane upon landing. And sure enough, we pull off to the taxiway, and then we're all sideways on the taxiway, and we sit there for 15 minutes. Not a word, not a peep. For 15 minutes, we're just sitting there on an active taxiway sideways.
But you knew what you thought you knew what happened.
Oh, I said to Michelle, something happened to tire or the landing gear. Something's wrong with the airplane. And we're sitting there for 15 minutes. I'm like, dude, come on, Captain, come on, make an announcement. What's going on?
How did you control yourself from not announcing to the plane what had happened?
How did you not just stand up and say, everybody, I work at a radio station, but my educated guess is either the tire blew out.
But I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night, all right?
Something along those lines. Why did the pilot take 15 minutes to communicate with the passengers?
Well,
we're just
sitting there, and I'm looking around. But you know what's amazing? I'm looking at a lot of other passengers. They thought it was normal. People are like, yeah, man. And I'm looking around. I'm talking to Michelle. I'm like, something happened to this airplane shortly after we touched down. So main gear touches down first, then the nose comes down, then the nose gear touches, and then he hard brakes, and then something was wrong. So after 15 minutes, the captain comes on, and I knew he was going to say something, so I had my phone in video mode, ready to hit record, and...
Gentlemen, from the flight deck, your captain speaking. The reason why we're sitting here short of the gates and why it's been a little bit of a jerky ride on the taxi in is actually our nose wheel steering system, which we use to steer the plane when we taxi, has failed. So...
It's failed. Our steering system on the front landing gear has failed.
So when did they rip out the inflatable slides?
No, we didn't do that. I was waiting to see if fire trucks were going to show up. So hang on, listen.
What's going to happen now is the airport are going to send a tug, which will bring us into our gate. I'm told that that's about 5 minutes away. So I'm going to switch off the seatbelt sign. If any of you do need to use the facilities, please feel free to do so. And I'll let you know when the tug turns up to give a little advance warning to get back to your seats. Again, should be about 5 minutes sitting here before we get our tug. Thank you for your patience.
All right, so that's the announcement, and then I think it was a little more than 5 minutes. I think it was about 10 minutes. The tug shows up, they hook up to the aircraft, and they tow us into Terminal C, Airside C, over at Tampa International, and we deplane, and hey, that was it. Whatever technical malfunction happened, I'm glad that it happened on the ground, and that it was like nose steering.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't an engine. I'm glad a wing didn't fall off. That would have been a little different outcome. I wouldn't be here today. There'd be a job opening. But as far as Breeze Airways goes, I have no problem flying them again. Listen, they had a little steering, landing gear, front gear malfunction.
Bleep happens.
It does. Listen, we were not on a brand new Airbus 220. They fly a lot of Airbus 220s, which are brand new. This was a 14-year-old Embraer 195, which they got from either a Brazilian airline or from a Spanish airline. They acquired these 195s from, and this is a 14-year-old plane. But I'm telling you right now, it was a little excitement upon landing back in Tampa yesterday. And listen, I'm an aviation nerd. I'm an aviation buff. If I didn't get into radio, I probably would have found myself in the aviation field. I might have become a pilot or something.
Or a baggage handler.
Or a baggage handler, exactly. Yeah. Or a tug driver. But would I fly Breeze again? Absolutely. And Michelle's already talking about going back up to Virginia Beach. Would I fly Breeze again? Absolutely. Overall, our experience with Breeze was great. You know, a little technical issue at the landing in Tampa yesterday, but overall, listen, I think that says it all. Would MJ fly Breeze Airways again? The answer is absolutely yes. So,
just a fun travel fact for you.
yes.
I want you to start doing sort of an age demographic check of the pilots. I was talking with a flight attendant yesterday, and she said the pilots now are so young, like 22 years old.
Yeah, and it was our pilot's birthday yesterday. They made an announcement. Wish the captain a happy birthday on the way off the aircraft.
Offer him a drink. He can drink now. He's old enough.
What?
I said offer him a drink.
He just turned 21. No, I did look in, wish him a happy birthday, and I said, sorry, your plane broke on your birthday. But the pilot looked to be about 30, maybe 30, 32.
Yeah,
young. But listen, the flight was great. I would fly Breeze again, absolutely. Oh, look at the time. It's 8:00. Guess what?
What?
It is time for us to do our brand new Cash Kitty contest. Now, this is the first time I'm doing this, so I might have to, kind of.
All right, so what does it entail?
Well, the Cash Kitty's going to hand out cash, dude. What else do you think the Cash Kitty's going to do?
So it's a cat?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right, we're doing one of.
I'm trying to follow along here.
We're doing our. Yeah, I'm going to try everything out. Andrew wants to know if I'm going to use the new Cash Kitty bed.
I want to hear it all.
All right, so, folks, you got a shot to win $1,000 right now with our nationwide contest. All right, here's the deal. First of all, and I'm kind of Stevie wondering my way through this right now. So hang on. Let me hit the sound effect for the Cash Kitty contest. All right, let's go. Let me play. And then in minutes, ladies and gentlemen, we have to talk about pig butchering. Do you know what that is? And nothing to do with actual swine or eating pig. Do you know what pig butchering is?
No.
I'm going to go from the Cash Kitty to pig butchering in just a matter of moments. So hang on. And then, do you know about garlic toilet?
No.
Oh, yeah. All right, hang on. I got a lot of stuff. I got some dating red flags coming up in a minute. Oh, we got to call the JD the Titanic guy.
Yes.
I've got a crazy story that we got to get JD on the phone for. So hold on. We're loaded, folks. We're still in the middle of an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. But first...
From the Camp Law Group Studios, WRBQ and WRBQ HD1 Tampa, a Beasley Media Group station.
Oh, look at that. All right, so now this is where I talk. This is where I tell you how to win $1,000 right now.
Okay.
Do it.
So the Cash Kitty is on, folks. And the Cash Kitty's a grumpy little bitch. Let me tell you right now.
That cat sounded like it was very angry.
The Cash Kitty's very, very temperamental.
The pictures, he looks angry, too.
So, and, some postcards went out to people all over the Tampa Bay area for the Cash Kitty. And I tell you right now, the Cash Kitty's got an attitude problem. But, I mean, really, if you can win $1,000, who the hell cares, right? All right, so here's the deal. This hour's word is invest. INVEST. Here's what you do. Text the word invest right now nationwide to 45911 before quarter after. So it's 8:04 now. Before 8:15, text the word invest. INVEST. Text it for your shot at $1,000 cash, or you can even enter it on the Q105 app or at myQ105.com. So the Cash Kitty has just made its debut. Oh, son of a... Oh, my God.
Bad kitty. Bad kitty.
But $1,000 could be yours right now. Text the word invest nationwide to 45911. So go to your texting, open it up, and text the word invest, INVEST, to 45911, and you could be the $1,000 winner. And it happens all day long. It happens right now at 8 a.m. It happens at 10 a.m. as Roxanne starts her solo show. It happens at 12 noon, happens at 3, happens at 5. So the Cash Kitty is on.
Everybody is texting the text line, the word, and that's not how we do it.
No. You have to
Not
text
how we do it.
Yeah, no.
45911.
Folks, do not text us at the 800-990-1047. Don't text the word there. Stop. Don't. You got to text the word invest to 45911. It's one of those text numbers. 45911, 45911. Text the word invest to that. And then, of course, 10 o'clock, 12 noon, 3 and 5, the words will change. So you got to listen every morning for weeks and weeks and weeks, starting right now. You got to listen at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. to get the latest word, to text it to this nasty little cash kitty. Oh, son of a a feisty little... Wow.
I mean, if you just took a water bottle and squirt the kitty a little bit, it'd just calm right down.
Scratch your eyeballs out. I teased a lot of stuff, so we have a lot of stuff to do. We still have 40 minutes left. We're going another 40 minutes. Folks, we started at 7:25. We go an hour and 20 minutes at least nonstop every morning, beginning at about 7:23, 7:25, somewhere in the vicinity. And we go an hour and 20 minutes with no music and no commercials every single morning here on the MJ Morning Show, and we're in the middle of that right now. So I teased a lot. Coming up in a minute. First, though, before it gets too late, I want to get JD, the Titanic guy, on, who I love this guy. JD is the guy that has the world's largest collection of VHS, double VHS Titanic movie tapes.
Was he denied by Guinness?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Did you see something recently?
For some reason, I remember hearing something like he didn't get like the record for the most copies because there was no way to certify it or something, or they don't do collections. Or
I don't know, but I want to call our Titanic guy, and people love this. You know, I've gotten requests for this guy. Hey, MJ, can you call the Titanic guy? Because he's a little different.
He's different, but he's full of energy.
Oh, I love this guy. So people are requesting that I call him, and maybe we'll just call him out of the blue for just various crap, but there's a reason why I'm calling JD, the Titanic mega fan, who now, I think he's over 2,000 copies. It's a double VHS set of Titanic, the James Cameron, Leonardo DiCaprio movie. So he's got like a couple thousand copies. And there's another VHS video cassette story that I wanted to run by him. So, Fester, you said...
I talked to him a little bit ago. He's awake. He should be ready.
All right, calling JD, the Titanic guy. Love this guy.
Titanic!
This guy's the best. JD, it's MJ, Fester, and Roxanne, MJ Morning Show. How you doing this morning, buddy?
Oh, you know the deal, baby. We out here watching Titanic on VHS.
All right, just making sure you're not having that sinking feeling this morning.
Oh, never.
Hey, so, JD, how many copies of Titanic do you have now?
Oh, my goodness. We have 2,375 copies of the greatest movie of all time.
JD, do you want more copies? Because I have someone who just said, hey, I have a double set. I can send him. How do I send it to him?
Oh, yeah. Bring them on down. Bring them on down. We're trying to get 1 million.
All right, so JD, before I go into the reason why I'm calling you.
He has 2,300. He's trying to get 1 million.
All right, so the person that just texted Roxanne that they have a copy for you, I tell everyone how they can send it to you.
Oh, I have a P.O. box. Oh, yes, and we collect so much Titanic on VHS from that thing.
Give out the address.
All right, so you want to send people to your social media where you have the P.O. box, right?
Oh, yes.
So where do they go? Tell everyone where to go.
Check out Titanic Fan 97 on any social media platform. I have my P.O. box right there in the bio. Every single social media platform. You know what it is, baby. It's Titanic.
All right, so Titanic Fan 97, because that's the year the movie came out. So all social media, Twitter, now X and Instagram. And so Titanic Fan 97, get the P.O. box and mail him your double set of Titanic so he can get to 1 million copies.
We're so close.
Well, I think you're 997,700 away.
Almost there.
Yeah,
All right, so why are we calling him
all right.
today, MJ?
The reason why I'm calling is, JD, you only collect Titanic, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, now how many Titanics do you have that are brand new, never opened, totally sealed, factory fresh seal? How many do you have?
151 sealed, baby.
151 sealed. The reason why I'm bringing this up is I saw an item over the weekend, and listen, I don't know if people are getting this kind of money, but these are listed on eBay for ridiculous amounts. And we're talking about movies on VHS in the original factory packaging, and some have like that difficult to open, the blister packaging, the hard plastic shells.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That you got to get like a steak knife to cut
Yes.
open, then you end up cutting your finger off and
Yes.
everything. All right. So, JD, this is ridiculous that there are copies of major movies for sale on eBay for ridiculous valuations, and these are unopened. Listen to this. Back to the Future from 1989 on VHS, brand new, factory sealed. It's listed for $14,080 on eBay. Have you heard of this?
Oh, well, no, not Back to the Future, but Titanic is worth that much. You know what I mean, James Cameron?
Gremlins. 1985 Gremlins on VHS, brand new. It's currently listed for $4,500. Fast and Furious, a newer one, 2002. The first Fast and Furious, brand new. It's listed for $1,250. Oh, First Blood. Remember Sylvester Stallone's Rambo deal?
That was the first movie, right?
1982, brand new VHS, factory sealed. Current listing is $15,000.
Hey, look, we're bringing VHS back, baby, in a big way. You know what it is.
Well, listen, vinyl came back. Like, nothing beats listening to a vinyl record, whether it's a 33 or a 45, and vinyl's made a huge comeback. In fact, I think I read a couple of years ago that vinyl record sales exceeded CD sales now.
For the first time in
wow.
in 30 years,
Yeah,
whatever,
right.
40, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That more people are buying vinyl now than buying CDs these days.
Jeez.
So I just thought I'd check in with you. Some of these prices. Now, just because they're listed for this on eBay doesn't mean that they're getting it. And I guess we can go look at the. I guess we could look at the completed or sold tab for some of these items to see if they went. JD, any final words?
Oh, well, those sealed Titanics on VHS are so delicious, and I'm glad they have not risen up that much yet. So we're going to still buy them, and we're going to still stack them because we stack it, and we never lack it, baby. It's Titanic.
JD, great to have you on, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, Titanic.
Goodbye, JD. I mean, how do you not love that guy?
He brings it.
He brings it. And he's like that all the time.
I have people asking that we have him on a couple of times a week.
All right, no.
All right.
Highly focused material, but he
He's,
brings it.
he's very niche. He is the definition of a one-trick pony.
8:13. So you have 2 minutes. You have actually a minute 45 seconds. You have a minute and 45 seconds to get that word in for the first Cash Kitty contest ever. You've got a minute and a half now to text the word invest to 45911. It's the new Q105 Cash Kitty, dealing out $1,000 many times a day, 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 3, and 5 p.m. So you listen for the key word, and then you text the Cash Kitty at 45911, and the Cash Kitty's just tossing out $1,000.
And how long do you have to text after you say the word?
Well, I said the word around 8 o'clock, so you
Right.
have until 8:15.
It's a
Got it.
15-minute
So you have-
window.
you have 1 minute. 1 minute to get it in right now. All right, moving along. Pig butchering. Do you know what that is, Fester? Pig butchering.
I heard of it, and it took me a couple of seconds to put it in context, but I know what it is.
You're a barbecue guy, so I'm
it has
thinking
nothing
you know.
to do with barbecue.
Okay.
It has to do with my other hobby that I'm not very good at.
Which is what?
losing money in cryptocurrencies.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay, that is not true. I don't lose money in crypto. I made a reasonable amount on Doge, and I am currently a Shibu Inu billionaire.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right.
It's like worth like 1/1000th of a penny right now, and I'm like rolling.
There are a lot of crypto scams. People are being contacted on social media. People are being contacted via text. People are being emailed. And essentially, a lot of these crypto scams are people show up out of nowhere, and a lot of times it's like this very attractive, hot woman. They send a profile picture, or they contact you on social media so you can see their, hey, honey, what are you doing? Oh, I looked at your feed, and it's so interesting. I'd love to be friends with you. There's all kinds of this stuff going on, and a lot of these scams involve crypto. And then once they warm you up, become friends, then it's like, oh, I'm into crypto. I made $50,000 last week, and do you want me to show you how? And let me tell you how this ends up. Folks fall for this. They think that there's some friend or some hottie that they're going to sleep with eventually on the other end, and they end up sending them money. And it's a crypto scam. And they don't end up with any crypto. They don't end up with a digital key. They end up losing all the money.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember I told you, and I'm going to get into more detail here in a second on pig butchering and why it's called pig butchering, but warning, heads up on this stuff. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago or a month or so ago, I told you about a relative that got sucked into a crypto scam?
It was a victim of pig butchering, right?
Well, yeah, essentially, yes. Do you remember how much money that I said that the relative lost?
I thought you said it was like in the neighborhood of like $25,000.
Yep, it was like, I think it was 30 grand, I said.
Okay.
So you're not going to believe this. I got an update recently. So here's what happened. A relative of mine, an older, elderly relative, got a text message out of the blue and fell for this scam befriending that someone texted out of the blue, hey, how you doing? Responded back. I don't know. Hey, I'm lonely. I'm elderly. Let me just respond. Oh, I've got a new friend that's texting me out of nowhere. Now, family members found out about this, including me. I even placed a call. I said, nobody is texting you out of the blue to be your friend and then want to teach you about cryptocurrency. And immediately, I knew this was a scam. So numerous relatives said to this person, stay away. It's a scam. It's a racket.
It wasn't your Uncle Jack, was it?
I am not going to mention any names.
Was it an old Jack Schnitt?
It's an older, elderly relative in the family.
Okay.
And I even placed a call. Oh, it's so great to hear from you. And I'm like, listen, I understand that someone's been texting you and they're teaching you about crypto. Oh, yeah. I said, it's a scam. Walk away. Run. Sprint. Grab your walker and, hightail it. So
that elderly relative.
Get on your rascal.
Put the hover round in rabbit mode and get out of there.
Yeah. So what is the Tesla mode? There's like the fast mode. There's a name for it. Like the Tesla Model S Plaid. It's
the Plaid.
But beast mode, there's like a mode. Anyway, so I and numerous other relatives told them stop. I had previously heard that the loss, because they continued the texting relationship, and the person was like overseas in like Singapore or Thailand or something. And previously, even after a bunch of family members said, stop, they're not your friend. It's a scam. It's a racket. Getting a text out of nowhere. And then apparently this was cultivated for weeks. And the family members didn't find out about this until weeks later. And then told them, stay away. This is not a friend. This is a scam and a racket. Originally, when I told this story, I think a month or two ago, I said that the relative lost $30,000. It has now come to my attention. Would you like to guess how much the relative actually lost to this pig butchering scam?
Hold on. Stop the music. I don't feel right.
Why can't I play the mountain climber game?
I don't feel right making fun of your family member and how much money they got rooked
Oh, it's a
for.
cautionary tale.
It
It's
is-
not making fun.
Yeah, well,
Roxanne's 100% right.
a cautionary tale doesn't have the mountain climber music
so,
on it.
All right, so I'm circusing it up just a little bit. All right?
It's an entertainment show.
This is nauseating. I mean, what
Was it something like crazy, like 100 grand?
Hang on a minute. When I heard 30 grand, I was pissed off.
Yeah.
I wanted to track this, and it was supposedly this female, and pictures were sent, and it was like this attractive Asian female. Come on.
So they go after guys.
It wasn't a female. This is a guy doing this, pretending to be a female, wherever. They're raking in so much money. So I initially, when I heard that they had lost about 30 grand, my stomach turned, and I was like, I even called up afterward. I said, I told you, stay away from this.
That was the low number they
Right.
told you as the lie,
Yeah.
just to shut you up. That was high enough to be concerning, but not the real number.
It wasn't $30,000 that was ripped off. So, Festa, would you like to take a guess on what the number is?
I mean, if 30 grand is your low ball number,
Yeah.
he must have been taken for something like maybe 40, 45?
Nope. Roxanne, you want to guess?
Well, is this a situation where he invested 25, 30, and then he
There's
got it up to...
there's no investment. There's no investment. This is a racket.
It's just a racket.
They're telling you they're going to invest your money in crypto or show you how, and I'm going to take your 30 grand, I'm going to turn it into $1 million. That's the kind of racket it is.
Okay, so I'm going to say that he lost 70.
First of all, I didn't say whether it was a he or she. I said, well, it is a
Well,
he.
yeah, I know it's a
All right.
he because-
it's a
well,
he. It's
yeah.
it's all right.
You
So,
kept saying it was,
all right.
yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
You're saying 70? Nope. Keep going.
was it 100 grand?
Oh, keep going.
Your relative lost over 100 team?
Keep going.
150.
Keep going.
200.
Keep going.
500.
That was too high.
Was it $250,000?
More.
Three?
300,000.
Did he leave a zero off when he told you 30 grand?
Well, apparently $300,000 is what my relative lost in a crypto pig butchering scam. Contacted via text. Hey, how you doing today? Hey, do I know you? There's all kinds of rackets. Another one is, hey, because I got this one several times over the last week. Hey, this number has shown up in my contact list, and I don't know who you are. Would you mind telling me? So they have different ways to kind of get in, and they're playing a numbers game. They're sending these little tests out. They're dropping these breadcrumbs out to probably tens of thousands of folks to see who bites back. And guess what? One of my relatives fell for the crypto scam, elderly, and now I've heard that they had sent $300,000 to this person. 300 grand.
All right, so 30 grand is like really, really bad.
Okay.
But it's enough that I could chalk up to like a really bad lesson.
Yeah, yep.
And you know what? Nobody's hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a lot of money, but 300 grand, I might jump off a bridge.
That's a house.
yeah, I mean, seriously,
My
bro.
God.
That's,
Wow. Just awful.
Jeez.
So pig butchering, the reason they call it pig butchering, and a lot of these happen also on dating sites. So it's not just random texts or social media, slipping into your DMs. That happens, but also it's happening on the dating sites like Tinder, and and they'll go after victims on these dating sites as well. And a lot of them lead to this cryptocurrency. And then they say, oh, yeah, I made a fortune on cryptocurrency. Hey, can I show you? And meanwhile, the person thinks that they're talking to this attractive person that they're going to meet. They're going to have a great time, and they get suckered in. The reason why it's called pig butchering is because they fatten up the victim before slaughter.
yeah, then they
Yep.
kill you, but slaughter you by taking all of your money.
And that's why they call it pig butchering.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so can you give us an age demographic on this relative of yours?
The age demographic on the relative, between 60 and 100.
All right, good. Thanks for narrowing it down for me.
So I don't want to give too much away, but I mean, I got sick. I got 300 grand.
Ugh.
You got to be kidding me. Pig butchering, folks. No one is sliding into your DM saying, "Oh, you're so cute. I love your feed. Let's talk." Stay away. No one is sending you a text message out of nowhere saying, "Hey, who is this? Oh, you showed up in my contact list. I don't have a name. Who are you? Oh, I saw your profile. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, your feed is so great." Don't fall for that crap. Stop it.
What, are they posting pictures of like the pens and Metamucil on their Instagram feed? And like, oh, you're such a... I mean, I'm sorry it happened to your relative.
Yeah, that sucks.
Hey, you guys, that's sex?
It sucks.
Sucks.
It
Oh, it
sucks.
sounded like you said
Well,
that's...
it was going to be sex. He thought it was going to be sex.
For $300,000,
Yeah.
he bet he's hoping something was going to go down.
Are you getting a ton of texts on this?
Yes, people explaining what pig butchering is,
Yeah.
some similar stories. Someone thought a relative thought they were talking to John Travolta online.
Oh, my, really?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Sandy. Hey, send me some money for crypto, Sandy. Hey.
This is the new Grease Lightning coin. It's going to be $1 million. All right, I'm sorry it happened.
You know about putting garlic in your toilet? Never heard of this.
Nope.
I mean, I learned something new. I saw this yesterday. Why you should throw a clove of garlic into your toilet at night.
I mean, doesn't garlic have like an antibacterial
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Listen, I might just throw in some olive oil and some fresh basil as well.
Delicious.
Cook
See
a
what-
stew in there, a nice sauce. Yeah.
Make a pot.
I'm gonna make some gravy. You know, the Italians, they call it gravy,
Yeah.
like Michelle's Italian side. It's like gonna make some Sunday gravy,
Yeah.
and have some spaghetti and gravy instead of sauce. They call it gravy. I make a great sauce. I call it pomodoro. It's a great San Marzano pomodoro I make.
But you don't make it in your toilet with garlic.
I do not. I do not. No, apparently that it is recommended that you throw a clove of garlic into your toilet. Just take a single clove of garlic, drop it into your toilet before going to bed, and while you're sleeping, the garlic releases its natural aroma. It comes from something called allicin, known for its antibacterial and antifungal properties. They neutralize odors. It leaves your bathroom smelling much fresher by morning.
Do you drop it in the top tank or do you put it in the bowl?
No, you put it in the bowl.
Okay.
Yeah. Not only does the garlic mask unpleasant smells, but it contributes to a more pleasant bathroom environment. Smells like, I guess, an Italian restaurant when you wake up in the morning.
That's Italian, eh?
Yeah.
Is it like that? Is it like that poopery? You know, the stuff you spray in the toilet?
Did you say poop pourri?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Have you
No,
never
it's,
heard
it's,
of
it's potpourri.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No.
Oh, is
no,
there?
Stop.
No, you said
No.
poop pourri.
Stop. Both of you.
What?
You said potpourri, like the dried flowers.
Potpourri.
No, I'm not.
No,
Yeah.
right. Roxanne's talking about a spray called potpourri that forms a film on top of the bowl
Is
water.
that
Yes.
true?
Yes.
And
There's,
then,
it's P-O-O-P, poop.
so this
Potpourri?
this spray forms a film on top of the bowl
Yeah.
water, and then you make your deposit, and it keeps all of the aromas
Yeah.
underneath that film.
How do you not know about
You're
this?
making this up.
No.
You've
how-
never heard
what?
of potpourri?
It's like an oil slick on
Yes.
top.
Yes, it's exactly right. It's very fragrant, but it
Wait a
hides.
minute. I never heard. Hold on. Bring
It's a
this
little
up.
spray bottle.
Bring this
You've
up on.
never been in someone's bathroom, like you've never gone to a friend's
I've
house
never
and
seen-
seen a little squirt bottle of it. Have you
Called
ever?
potpourri?
There it is.
This is right here, potpourri before you go toilet spray.
I never heard of this.
It's $7 off of Amazon. You can get a 3-pack for $10.
It really works.
And it works.
Hold on. You've got potpourri at your house?
Yes.
Fester, you've got potpourri at your house?
I don't think I have it at the house, but I had friends who've had it, and they said, "Hey, this is legit." All right, listen. What season is it? What season is it right now?
You probably need a 55-gallon drum.
No kidding. I get like one of those big pumps. What season are we in right now?
Days.
So would you like to care to guess what flavor or scent potpourri is on the market right now?
Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice
There
potpourri.
you go.
Tis the season, my
God,
friend.
I never heard of this stuff.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, you're showing me a website called potpourri.
It's great for public bathrooms.
Oh, wait a minute. It's not poop. It's Pourri. Pourri?
No, it's poo. P-O-O-P-O-U-R-I.
Yeah, it's
Right?
look, poo, P-O-O,
okay.
pourri.
Oh, but I'm looking at the top logo and it just says pourri.
Yes,
They,
it's
they just are trying to be classy.
Okay. So it is poo. Oh, it's P-O-O pourri. Poo pourri.
pourri. They have pet
Toilet
pourri.
sprays.
They have autumn air, apple bottom, bunch of good flavors. Citrus, bamboo rain.
God.
I can't believe you don't know about this.
Oh, they've got Rosie O'Donnell armpit. Look at this one.
You know, it still smells better than poo.
Anyway, or you could do a lot cheaper and just put a clove of garlic in your turlet at night. But this is like you spray it before you go.
Yeah.
I think that's how you use it.
It's like a toilet tarp.
It's like
that floats on the.
Yes.
It's like an oil spill boom.
Yeah.
That
Yes. And like Fester says, it keeps any other scents that are actually in the bowl in the water part of the bowl, and it doesn't rise above that.
Also, if you'd like to try the garlic thing and you got some garlic lying around, you didn't use the whole clove for dinner, just drop one in your toilet before you go to bed. That's going to make your toilet all, I guess, fresh going. So what are major red flags when it comes to dating? So when you're dating, what should you look for, and what are major red flags that are like flashing lights and a warning buzzer to stay away? Anyone want to guess?
It's been many years since I was on the dating scene.
Oh, really?
But a big red flag for me was always snort laughing.
I do that sometimes.
Because, I am, a moderately funny person. But if I get you going and you're doing one of these.
Oh, my God, Fester, that's horrific.
Yeah. I mean,
you've been on dates with snort laughers?
I'm not going to point anybody out, but Janine was a.
Oh, my God.
I think something just shot out.
Sounds like she should have been on a pig butchering segment. Anyway, here's some red flags, and then I've got some audio that you got to hear. We've got a stripper that was pulled over, and they tried to arrest her. This is insane. And then also, I don't know how to segue, man. A horrific story. And I mean, I can't believe what I saw over the weekend. I am scarred now, and I'll explain in just a matter of a moment. All right, so red flags for dating. This is a new survey, 1,000 surveyed on when you go on a date, what is a turn off? Guess what? Guess what the number one turn off on a date is? You go to a restaurant, you have dinner. Yes, Roxanne, would you like to interject?
I know what it is.
Would you like to beat me to the list?
Yeah, and I haven't even read this.
Okay,
I'm
go
just
ahead.
going to guess. I'm going to guess.
Beat me.
I'm going to beat you with my answer is on their phone the whole time.
Not number one.
Okay.
Number one answer on the board, being rude to the wait staff.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep. So you're on a date and the person is rude to the server, rude to the staff inside a restaurant. That is the biggest turn off. Also, following up on that, chewing loudly at the... Can you imagine if your snorting date was a loud chewer as well? Can you do a snort chew for me real quick?
That's a lot of things going on, man. I don't know. That was hard to do.
All right, number 3 is date on the phone all night. So, Roxanne, you're not far off.
Okay.
That was number 3 on the list. Number 4 is talking about their ex all night long. Big
That's a
turn
red
off
flag.
on a date. And finally, rounding out the list here is ordering for the table without asking. So just ordering stuff without, kind of running it by you to say, hey, you okay if I order this, this, and this?
Dude,
You mind if I get this charcuterie platter?
You've never gone to Chinese food with MJ.
You order for everybody,
He
don't
orders
you?
for everybody.
Well,
MJ will collect the menus. He's like, no, you guys don't need the menus. I'm ordering for the table.
Stop.
Let's get the Peking duck over here. Let's get the hot pot over here. And you're gonna look this and
Listen.
It's all good. But
I've been with Fester and family out to China Yuan numerous times.
Just put your menu away. I know what everybody's getting.
But no, I always say, hey, I'm going to order some things for the table, and then order whatever else you want. Come on, be honest
Yeah, he
here.
orders 15 things for the table. Like, we don't need any.
Yeah,
other
you feel
food.
awkward. Yeah, ordering more.
Oh,
yeah, but China and Yuan, they have a very unique menu, so that is good. That's helpful because I told you my mom went there and she was like, I don't know what a lot of this stuff is. I had to text you.
They have tons. The menu at China. That's my favorite Chinese restaurant in town.
Authentic.
Is Peter owns China Yuan. You know what? That's Peter's like Americanized name. I don't know what Peter's like. I should ask him one time. Hey, Peter, what's your Chinese name? But Peter's been here for decades and decades and decades. Raised his family here, and love China Yuan. It's China and then Yuan, Yuan, and it's on Armenia, just north of Waters. It's behind that Winn-Dixie shopping center. So it's a little shopping plaza on Armenia right behind Waters or north of Waters behind that Winn-Dixie. So China Yuan. And love their Chinese food. And when I do order a lot of good things for the table, Fester, I always say, hey, if there's something else that you want, just go ahead and order it.
You like mumble it as an afterthought. I'm going to order everything
No,
for the
I
table.
don't.
Well, if there's something else you want, you get it.
Anyway, so ordering without consulting is a big turnoff.
But MJ isn't on a date with you, so it's okay that he does it then.
Who knows where it would have went?
There you go.
It was open.
All right, I have a couple of chunks of audio that I've got to play here. First of all, did you see the stripper? This is crazy. There's a stripper who was arrested, and this woman is on drugs, drunk. I mean, this woman is out of control, and I've got this audio that I've got to play for you here. Hey, Andrew, how many bites did we pull on this? We pulled we pulled 9 sound bites on this. Oh, Andrew,
how many?
Andrew handed me I got a sheet here.
How many is it? Where is this stripper out of?
Hey,
what location?
Yeah, hey, I lost this. I'm stalling here, so I lost the damn story.
Well, give me. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, I have so much stuff here.
Give me a couple search words.
I had it. I lost
stripper,
it.
Stripper.
Yeah. Gee, what do I do with the damn thing? Just type in stripper arrested police.
Police. Oh, great.
Yeah.
That's not going to narrow it down.
No, it's going to come right up.
Drunk stripper tries seducing cop.
Yeah,
dares him to.
Yeah, that's it.
Tase her.
Yeah. So here we go. Right. So
throwing money at man.
No. Here, Fester. Here it is. I found the story.
All right, so read the details, and then I had the story here, and I lost it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cringe-inducing body camera footage shows an allegedly drunk stripper attempting to seduce an Ohio police officer.
There it is. Yep.
Calling him a handsome man and telling the cop that to tase her because she likes it. It's kinky during a chaotic hit-and-run arrest. Keep going.
Roxanne, do you do like sex audiobooks on tape? Because that was really good.
Yeah, you ought to.
It's
a new side hustle for Roxanne. That's
Continue.
it. So that's really all you need to know. An Ohio stripper under the influence of something is trying to seduce the cop that pulled her, and then she pees in her pants and everything, and
that's sexy.
And
that always is a turn on.
She's wearing the tightest stripper jeans you can imagine, and there's a big old crotch wet spot where she peed herself, and then it's all over the back of the police car and everything. All right, so you got to hear some of the audio bites, but that's all you need to know. A stripper, and what is she like? Was her name
30 years old, I believe, and she 20. I'm sorry, 20.
Is
20.
This
Grace?
Yeah, her name is Grace.
No, her name is the best name ever. Her name is Grace Spoonamore. Spoonamore.
I want to spoon you more, Grace. It's Grace Spoonamore.
I want to spoon you right after you pee your pants.
Oh, God. All right, so you got to hear this audio. And we've got 9 cuts of the drunk stripper and her interaction with the police officer that pulled her over. All right, here's the first one.
I'm asking you questions, you answer.
Okay, and I will answer. Get on me like that.
26 headquarters, it's a female. All right, step out.
A white
Step
female.
out. Put your hands behind your back.
All right, number 2.
Do you have anything in your pockets?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
I don't know. You want to check me? Search me real quick.
You want to check me?
I know you want to check me.
Yeah.
Are you on something right now?
No. I just came from dinner with my trip.
How much you have to drink there?
2 doubles.
2 doubles of what?
Patron.
Okay. So you are drunk.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
2 doubles of Patron is what I think she said, right?
Quick
She
question.
told another officer 3 doubles.
Okay.
But then she also told another officer she had 3 doubles of Patron.
Well, what did she say at the beginning? I'm here with my trick.
Yeah, she said she went to dinner with her trick. And she
What
was
is that?
She's higher. she
Well,
was
a trick
paid-
is generally like
the guy.
a John, yeah.
If you're
Oh.
in her line of work and you're entertaining men, you may refer to them as a trick.
Okay.
Trick. So a hooker, Roxanne, you never heard of that?
I knew. I
So
just didn't
a hooker,
know.
now she's a stripper. It doesn't
See-
say she's also a sex worker hooker.
I thought the
but-
girl was the trick. I didn't realize
No,
the
no,
guy
no.
was
no
the
the
trick.
guy's the
yeah, you
trick.
turn tricks. That's,
Oh.
sex acts for money. You're turning tricks.
I'm really happy Roxanne didn't know that.
See, but think about it. It makes more sense if I would thought the girl was the trick because she was going to do a trick
No.
for the guy.
No.
The trick she
No.
does is take
Yeah.
some money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you on something right now?
No. I just came from dinner with my trick.
How much you have to drink there?
2 doubles.
2 doubles of what?
Patron.
Okay. So you are drunk.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
What is it? I'm going to keep it what?
Keep it above for you.
All right.
Keep it above.
Next cut.
I need to talk to you.
What?
Don't hit me with a what.
What do you need?
Don't try me because I used to be a paramedic.
Okay.
Don't hit me with a what you need.
Okay, what do
Because
you...
I know that you want to listen to more than what I got.
What is
You
your
want a drug
name?
bust, don't you?
Do you have drugs in the car?
I don't.
Okay. All
And
right.
you want to check it?
We are going to
'Cause
check it.
My trick?
That vehicle is going to get towed.
Okay. So you going to give me the clothes out of it?
All right, yeah, we'll get what you need out of it. What is your name? Stay in the
Grace.
car. Stay in the car.
Okay, I understand.
Get in the car. Get your
okay.
leg in the car.
Listen, handsome man.
Get your leg in the car.
Listen, handsome man. All right, Grace is not done yet.
Is there anything else in the vehicle that we should know
I
about?
need my black and mild,
Okay.
okay? My new clothes, finish line, and some like Tupperware.
Okay.
There's some black Tupperware in there. They got my steak in it
Okay.
with asparagus and mashed potatoes.
Okay.
I need that.
So was she talking about cigarettes? She needs her black and mild?
No, Black and Mild is a cigar.
Cigar.
A little cheap cigar.
Okay, and then she's got Tupperware with asparagus in the car?
Well, it
Steak
sounds-
and asparagus.
It sounds like it was a black, to-go container.
Right.
All
But
right.
it's not Tupperware.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
like
Yeah.
the-
All right, hang on.
Okay.
It goes on.
Do you have insurance for that vehicle?
Yes. What do you think I am? Some broke ass hoe?
Do you have insurance for... What do you think I am, some broke-ass hoe?
Do you have insurance for that vehicle?
Yes. What do you think I am? Some broke ass hoe?
Oh, man.
See, I want to meet Grace when she's not drunk and just kind of gauge her baseline personality because she doesn't need to drink. Something tells me she's a live wire even without the 3 shots of Patron.
Now, Grace is pretty attractive.
Yeah.
She's not, she's not bad looking. Grace is, a decent looking young woman.
You're a bouncer that works in my club because I'm a stripper.
Did she just say to the cop you're a bouncer that works at the club because she's a stripper? Because sometimes police will do off-duty work a lot of times.
Sure.
You're a bouncer that works in my club because I'm a stripper.
Okay, I just heard on the text line, they said,
Yeah.
keep it a buck. That was one of the phrases she used I was confused about. She said,
Okay.
keep it a buck. That means keeping it real or 100% honest with you.
Oh, okay. So got it.
You want to taste me?
No.
Do it.
Stay in the
I
blue
like
box.
it. I like it kinky.
Stay in the blue
All
box.
right, all right. Now this is back at the police station. She's getting processed now, and she's in an intake room. So she's been transported to the police station or the jail, wherever they have her up in Ohio, after she's pulled over for suspicion of drunk driving. So now she's inside the building. You can hear the audio, the timbre has changed. And there's a blue box, like blue tape on the floor where the inmates have to stand during processing. And also it looks like that's where they take the photograph.
Yeah, taking a mugshot.
Exactly. So she's walking out of the blue box, and then she says that she likes being tased. Listen,
You want to taste me?
No.
you want to tase me?
I like it kinky.
Taste me?
No.
And then she says, "I like it." Listen to this.
You want to taste me?
No.
Do it.
Stay in the
I
blue
like
box.
it. I like it kinky.
Stay in the blue box, Grace.
Don't.
Stay in the blue box.
Really? Is she really going to stay in the blue box? She's kind of out of the box.
Oh, tase me. I like it kinky.
I like.
Oh, Grace. This is no way to go through life, Grace.
Spooner me.
Yeah. And then finally, last clip of Grace the stripper.
No, you don't, bro. No, you don't, bro.
I got you. Stand by for a minute. Hey, come stand right here at this window. Stay right here.
No, y'all want to rape me. Stop, y'all want to rape me.
Now she's like saying she's going to be raped. I mean, other officers now come in, so 3 additional cops come in. There's a female also that shows up.
Okay, all right. This isn't Grace's best day.
So, when she sobers up, what do you think Grace is gonna? What do you think Grace is gonna feel after this? Is Grace gonna be a little embarrassed, or as a stripper, are her standards low? I don't know.
I can't think of any other stripper in Central Ohio I'd want to visit besides Grace, and she's the famous one.
I want to strip outside the car. Please stop moving the car. Please stop moving the car. No.
Now she's doing exorcist noises. Sounds like the Cash Kitty.
It does. Okay. Now I feel bad.
Isn't as fun as her talking about.
No, I like Grace talk.
Quiet and get in the car.
So now,
Okay.
so hold on. They processed her. Now they're trying to get her back in the car, and now she won't go in the car. And it's like her pants are all stained and wet where she peed and everything.
She's a handful.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, one thing that struck me,
Yeah.
is it me or is it daylight out during all this footage?
Oh, it was daylight.
Yeah, I'm looking at the original arrest video, and it's like 4 in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was out on a date with a trick.
No, we're not. Don't kick. Don't kick. Don't kick. Don't kick.
Yeah, don't get your charges enhanced. Don't kick the cop. They're going to hit you with a battery on a law enforcement officer.
You're trying to put me in New Mexico.
Yes, you're going to be in your own.
Now she's saying something about New Mexico. I don't.
So there's a 20-minute unedited.
Oh, yeah.
From arrest to
Dude, that's where we pulled this audio. We went through 20 minutes to find this stuff.
Her bond is set at $10,000.
Yeah, she did bond out.
You're in here in a second. Just sit up, dear.
I don't want to be put in New Mexico.
You're going in the car. Sit
I don't
up.
want to be put in New Mexico.
I don't want you laying in your own pee, dear. Stand up.
So I don't want you laying in your own pee. Since she's in Ohio and she's babbling about New Mexico.
Listen, this officer obviously cares about her well-being. He doesn't want her sitting.
I'm telling you.
There you go, dear.
I don't want to be in New Mexico. I don't want to be in New Mexico. Sorry, but you all don't look.
Okay.
This is getting me a lot.
Yeah,
All right. Thank
I
you,
liked
Grace.
Grace when she was just, more chatty and
About
hey, you like it kinky?
Tase me. I like it kinky.
I was a big fan of Fun Party Girl Grace,
Me too.
and I'm not a fan of her Scream Crying Grace.
She's been disgraced.
All right, so operating a vehicle under the influence, speeding, obstructing official business, and simple assault.
So she did get a simple assault charge. Oh, wow. Grace turned into quite a handful, didn't she?
That's what her trick said.
All right, when we get back in just a few minutes. Now, I've got to shift gears, and I'm sorry. I've got something very, very sad. Not that Grace wasn't a bit of a sad basket case, but when we get back, I've got something that, it really affected me. It takes, something special to really, really affect me. And I could not believe this. This is unbelievable. I got the 9-10 must-hear story of the day coming up in just a bit. So stand by for that. We are loaded. This concludes a little over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. No interruption, folks. We just went for an hour and 20 minutes nonstop. See, this is why you got to tell folks that you got to listen to the MJ Morning Show on Q105. So I ask you to do MJ3 a day, to tell 3 people a day that you listen to the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. That's the only thing I ask you guys. Consume our free entertainment, but just tell 3 people a day to listen to the MJ Morning Show. All right, when we get back, story that really hit me hard over the weekend. Lamar Odom, you know who he is, the retired basketball player, was involved in those, Kardashians. I like Clowndashians. So you got to hear what he did, but this is a warning to all of you. If you drive, and I teased this earlier, I just didn't get to it. If you drive and have a cell phone, you've got to hear this story. All of this is next. Back in minutes on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. wish Hal Herman were here because Hal could give the details on Fester's second job almost burning to the ground, folks. Unbelievable. This is Hal Herman's 1980s news music, by the way.
Wow.
So, what?
This is the first time I've heard that music. You must have played it last week.
No, we played that before.
I haven't heard that music
we had a quicker version. That's a longer version.
Okay.
But we played that before. You never heard this? Never heard this?
What is that from?
Well, this is from Wavy TV 10, circa 1982, with Bob Grip and Diana Morgan, and Don Slater with weather, and Bruce Rader with sports. Yeah, I thought this is like. I think this is the absolute perfect Hal Herman 1980s cheesy news music.
So, it's been a long weekend over at my other place of employment.
So Fester was up in Pennsylvania for the last couple of days. Was it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Fester flew in at midnight last night from Hershey, Pennsylvania, because Fester's real job is at General RV, selling RVs. He took on that after we ended the MJ Morning Show the first time around in 2012. Of course, we came back in October of 2020. We're just weeks away from our 3-year anniversary here, which is unbelievable. I can't believe it's been 3 years already. It's nuts. But Fester, while up in Pennsylvania with a lot of the staff selling RVs at this massive RV super show, was that right off the Hershey Highway?
It was actually not off the Hershey Highway. It was right on the Hershey.
On the Hershey Highway.
I mean,
Gotcha.
Straight road right to it.
Right. So a fire broke out Friday night at General RV on I-4 in Sefner. And if you want to see the video, like most of their golf carts that they take customers around the lot on, because it's acres and acres and acres of RVs, and most of the golf carts burned to the ground. The whole golf cart charging shed went up. It scorched the whole side of the building, melted part of an RV by the service department, and crazy stuff. And there's some guy that was driving on I-4 westbound toward Tampa, and he sees this massive fire. He pulls over and starts videoing it from the shoulder on I-4. And if you want to see the video of Fester's workplace and the big fire at General RV on Friday night, it is on our website. We put the link up. So go to mjmorningshow.com and then click on As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. And it is on our website right now, mjmorningshow.com, and then click on As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. And the link to this guy's YouTube video is up there.
Yeah,
So-
they lost a bunch of golf carts.
So check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out.
And then the stupid
Doesn't
General
that Taylor Swift say that? Is that check it out? Check it out. Is that a Taylor
Does she?
Swift thing?
I think she says shake it off.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Yeah.
Shake it off.
No, I thought,
Shake
there was some,
it
I
off.
thought there was something where she goes, check it out. Check it out.
I don't know that. And amazingly, the marketing and PR department at General RV has possibly the worst commercial ever running starting this week. Today's the first day of the commercial. I didn't hear it last week.
This is,
But who the hell came up with this?
I think you're right. I think this started today. So this morning, after the fire at General RV on Friday night.
Right.
And apparently a bunch of computers were ruined. Water got into the building from the fire department.
And the sprinklers went off. And it's a mess.
Right. So listen to this. This commercial for General RV started running this morning.
It's been one of the hottest years on record. And at General RV, things are even hotter during our Blazing Savings RV sale.
Oh
my God.
Are you kidding
Too
me?
soon.
I mean, that had to be planned weeks and weeks ago.
Who the hell comes up with
It's
this?
the Blazing RV sale. And they have a massive fire there on Friday night. Are you kidding me?
Come on, man.
Oh, the timing is just impeccable on that.
But seriously, we are having a blazing sale right now. It's a great time to buy
and
an RV.
listen, the business is still open.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Fester's got some scorching deals. If you're looking for an RV, seriously, if you want, you can sell anything. So the little trailers, little pop-ups, fifth wheels, all the way up to the $500,000 monster units. Fester's your guy, man. So if you're looking to buy an RV, call Fester on his private cell number, which is
813 310-8444. And did you know that, I mean, people keep pointing this out.
Yeah.
It is always behind you on that sign.
It is.
Every second you're on MJTV,
Right here.
my number is the one thing behind
Yep.
you. I get texts like at 3 a.m. in the morning, people just watching on YouTube.
I'm holding it up to MJTV right now. Fester's cell number, need a good deal on an RV. 813-310-8444 for Fester's private cell number.
Thankfully, nobody was injured with the fire. Nobody was hurt. The place was closed.
But the golf carts look like skeletons, man. They are burned to the ground.
Dude, if you want a warm lead and you're a golf cart rep, swing by there today.
Yeah, they need to buy like 60 new golf carts. Man, that's a hell of a good sale,
Mess.
Hey, something you just brought up, Fester. I just want to say this. MJ Morning Show consumption, it happens all hours of the day because people listen to the podcast or they'll go watch the YouTube recap from that. And they know that I'm not manning the text line during all day, although I do visit it sometimes. But if they're listening to MJ Morning Show at 3 o'clock in the morning, they're like, oh, I can hit Fester up and respond to this comment that they're talking about.
Oh, go ahead, Fester. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, people listen to the show while in their car, but maybe you're driving for 20 minutes, but then you get to the work later in the day, maybe in the evening, they listen to the whole podcast and they catch up. So, yeah, you're right. When people consume this show, it's really a 24-hour program.
Can I do my segue now?
Yeah, we're just trying to
right.
do some news and notes. Go ahead.
Take 2. This is the NFL on the MJ Morning Show.
So let's talk about the leader, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'm going to talk like the dude that does the CBS announcing. Brought to you by Gillette, the best a man can get. And by General RV, where the scorch and sell savings are on now. At General RV. That's the dude that announces like the sponsors on CBS. That guy. Wow. You're listening to the MJ Morning Show. Yesterday, though, the Bucs game was on Fox, where the guy doesn't quite talk like that. But Buccaneers. So if you listen to Sports Illustrated, the Buccaneers have just won their second game of the season, and that's it. They're going to lose every other game from here on out because Sports Illustrated had the Bucs winning only 2 games, and right now, ladies and gentlemen, the Buccaneers have this. They're tied for the best record in the NFL right now.
Well, the teams have only played 2 games.
I know, well, but it still doesn't change the stat. That's a true statement that the Bucs are tied now for the best record in the NFL.
The Miami Dolphins are 2-0.
Yep.
The Baltimore Ravens are 2-0.
Yep.
The Dallas Cowboys are 2-0.
Right.
So are the Eagles.
So, like I said, they're tied.
Yeah.
They're tied for the best record in the NFL. The Bucs are 2-0 right now.
Yeah, that happens early in the season when there are only 2 games played. Yep.
Yeah.
27-17 victory over the Bears. The Bears are having a tough time. Michelle's like, man, I feel bad for their quarterback. And tell you what, we watched the Jets game afterward. That's a whole other mess with Aaron Rodgers, going down. Anyway, hey, Bucs off to a great start. Listen, I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm not the biggest football fan, but listen, I want the Bucs to do well.
Mm-hmm.
I would love the Buccaneers to absolutely prove the prognosticators wrong.
Okay, so this might be the week coming up
where they get their ass kicked.
Yeah, they're playing the NFC defending champions, the Philadelphia Eagles,
right
on Monday Night Football.
And where is that? Is that
in
that's
Tampa.
here? That's here.
Tampa.
I was going to say. Because if that game was up in Philly, the whole stand is packed with like Cavalcantes up there.
I know.
I mean, all the Philly fans are escaped convict murderers. All right.
So they
have permission to be on Sunday.
They
Yes.
caught Cavalcante while I was up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's true.
And
he could have made his way up to Hershey, Pennsylvania for the big RV sale.
Do you know who was at the RV show?
Jeffrey Dahmer's father.
No, Jeffrey.
I don't know.
What was it? Although he's around, I think he's from Milwaukee. Anyway,
Buffalo Bill.
Pink.
Oh, Pink. Oh, wow.
She was there just shopping for an RV.
Are you serious?
That's cool.
Yeah, she went into our display. I was in the Winnebago area, but there was another RV manufacturer named a line called Nexus. and she was in the Nexus RVs.
Pink, the artist, was just
Yes.
walking around at the Hershey, Pennsylvania Super RV show.
She didn't end up buying one, but she ended up going to like somebody's like tent where they have like RV accessories.
Right, well, hold on a minute. Why is Pink just kicking tires at an RV show in Hershey, Pennsylvania?
Have you ever been to an RV show?
No.
I'll tell you, in January.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm going to make a spec. Hey, Michelle, we're going to the RV show.
In January, when the RV show's in Tampa, go. After the morning show, just go. It's a fun day. It's a lot of stuff going on. It's a fun day. The 98% of the people who go there aren't buying one. They're going for the entertainment of the day.
Oh, yeah.
But
that's my idea of entertainment. Just go and look at RVs.
Listen, you'd go to a car show. You'd go to a boat show.
Yeah, boat show.
All right.
It's a deal.
Okay.
But Pink was there, and I heard that she went to like somebody's like vendor tent, and she liked their product so much she bought everything they had.
You serious?
Oh, that's a
She says, I'll take everything in your tent, but she didn't buy an RV.
Wow.
As far as I know.
Hey, go to my IG quickly because
Okay.
I got to do the 9-10 must-hear story. Then I've got the cell phone warning story. I've got the really, really heartbreak. I mean, there's a story that greatly affected me. So it's a bad, sad story. I'm sorry, I got to talk about it, but it really, really bothered me. All right, so the 9-10 must-hear story today is this, and it has to do with a video that's on my Instagram. Certified MJ Radio. So I got a number of things on my Instagram. Our plane issue where the landing gear kind of broke a little bit and we couldn't taxi to the gate yesterday. So that video and the captain speaking, that's on my Instagram right now. And that's at Certified MJ Radio. So my personal IG is Certified MJ Radio. So give me a follow. That's one video. The second video is this. And it's on Saturday. And I took Michelle to the gas station on the corner of First Colonial Road and Laskin in Virginia Beach, where I was stabbed with an ice pick in the spring of 1989.
I don't know why, MJ, but when I saw that video and the caption, I just busted out laughing. I couldn't control myself. That's so you.
The caption reads, "Happy birthday, Michelle. I was stabbed here." Let me play this
and
audio.
that's how I read it in my head.
And I shot this video. I got out of the rental vehicle. I got out of the Hertz rental car. Thanks for the upgrade. got a nice upgrade, unsuspected, at Hertz in Norfolk. And I get out of the Hertz rental car, and I just shot a quick little video. So if you want to see this, and look how nice Michelle looks, sitting in her seat on her birthday, because Saturday was Michelle's birthday. So let me play this video audio for you. Listen. All right, so hang on a minute. And here we go.
You got to unmute it.
Okay. Happy birthday, Michelle. And do you know what happened right here?
Yes,
Do you know what happened right here?
Thank you, and yes, I do.
All right,
And this is where you brought me on my birthday?
what happened right here?
You got stabbed with an ice pick in the belly.
I did. So this is the BP station on the corner of Laskin Road and First Colonial Road. And right here is where I was stabbed. So I point to the exact location. It was spring of 1989, and it was right here where I ran into this maniac on the interstate, and he blew by me. He almost sideswiped me, so I gave him the bright lights. Then he locked up his brakes on the interstate, got behind me, followed me. I pulled into this fairly well-lit gas station, and he stabbed me with an ice pick. So, I guess maybe somebody else just got stabbed with an ice pick. All right, we're in Virginia Beach. All right, so the video is up.
I mean, you couldn't wait for all of the sirens to pass?
Well, it kind of adds to it, kind of sound effects. So if you want to see where I got stabbed with an ice pick, and listen, I'm lucky to be alive. The ice pick missed everything vital. They took me by ambulance to Virginia Beach General Hospital, just a half mile up the road. And, I did tests and x-rays and this. And the ice pick just missed everything important. And the dude was like all hopped up on meth or something. He was a pipe fitter at the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard. And they found machetes and all kinds of weapons in his car. And people are like, well, why'd you get it? Here's the deal. So I'm on the interstate. I had done my night shift. I had done, I don't know, like 6 to 10 p.m. on Z104, WNVZ, Norfolk Newport News. And I went to the beach to grab some food for dinner after my 10 o'clock show. I'm on the way home, and I'm on the interstate, and this guy blows by me at like double the speed limit and almost takes my mirror off. That's how close. I think he actually scraped my mirror. Could have been awful. And as the guy goes by me, I honk the horn and I flash him, and he freaks out, locks up his brakes, spins his car sideways, then starts coming back at me on the interstate.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's insane. This is back when it was 44, before they changed the name to 264. And he comes back at me, and then I quickly get off at the Alaskan Road exit, and he follows me off. And then I'm like, oh, my God, now the guy's following me, and he's trying to ram me. So then I pull into the gas station. He gets out of his, because I better get to just a well-lit area and call 911. And I'm on the phone with 911, and he starts pounding on my car. He starts pounding, and he's pounding on the glass. So I get out of the car to stop this guy, and he approaches me, and that's when he must have jammed me with an ice pick. And I didn't feel it right away because, adrenaline's going. And then the cops come, and they say, oh, man, you got blood dripping out of your T-shirt. I was wearing a white T-shirt, and it's all bloody, and blood's coming out. And I lift up my shirt. He's like, yeah, you've been stabbed. So they arrest the guy, and he was prosecuted. He took some kind of a deal because I was out in Los Angeles at that point because I moved to L.A. to work another radio job. And he took some kind of a deal. I think he did a little bit of time. And then he was all apologetic, and the prosecutor said to me, he is so sorry. He was under the influence. He wants to make amends. He wants to pay for whatever he can. So then the guy turned all like, I don't know, maybe that was part of his plea deal. I don't know.
Mushy. He turned all mushy on
But
you.
if you want to see the video of where I was stabbed, it's on my Instagram right now, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. And give me a follow while you're there. Certified MJ Radio. What time is it? All right, 9:17. All right, I got a lot to do here.
There's a little bit of local news. I don't know if you care that much about it, though.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay Rays are going to have a big announcement soon about a stadium.
Yeah.
Is it today or tomorrow? A bunch of people have been texting me saying it's later today, so that's why I wanted to check on it. But ESPN says it's tomorrow.
Yeah, there's a report. Let me read the ESPN report. So there could be a stadium deal.
I got like 6 texts in the last 2 minutes. That's why I'm bringing it up. Not to steer you too off.
All right, so some breaking news out this morning, and this is broken in the last hour. There's a report that the Rays have completed a deal for a new stadium in St. Petersburg. Tampa Bay Rays are expected to announce the completion of a deal for a new stadium in St. Pete, according to the Tampa Bay Times report. So let's... construction of the 30,000-seat Dome Stadium, which is set to open in 2028 and is estimated to cost over $1.2 billion. Figures to end speculation about the Rays relocating to another city. The Rays' current 30-year lease at the Dome Tropicana Field ends in 2027, and the franchise had considered moving elsewhere, including here in the Tampa Bay area to Tampa, Fairgrounds area, Ybor, Channel Side were some places kicked around over the years.
And they're keeping it in St. Pete, huh?
Well, see, one of the issues for me is, it's for a lot of the population around here, it's a little bit of a haul to get all the way down to downtown St. Pete. I think that, for me, a more centralized location would be better for a new stadium. But listen, the city of, hey, how about Derby Lane's right over here? I think Derby Lane.
Yeah, that'd be a great spot.
Derby Lane would be a great spot for a stadium.
That might be where it is. Who knows?
You know what? You're right.
I mean, who knows? I mean, really,
maybe
we have no idea.
So Rays owner Stuart Sternberg told the Tampa Bay Times earlier this month. Do I have Stuart's number?
Do you?
Oh, I don't know. Look and see.
I might have Stuart's number. Hold on.
I know that I don't. Stu stopped talking to me a while back.
He blocked you?
Yeah. Me and Stu have history. No, I'm kidding.
For as long as I've been covering the Rays, I used to cover the team like for 10 years. I feel like I don't know how long.
No, I have somebody else's number.
Oh, different Stu?
No. I have Matt Silverman.
Oh, Matt would know.
Wasn't he the former general manager of the team?
Is he still with the Rays?
Pretty sure he is.
Fester's going, no.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's president of the team
Is
for
he?
a while. Let's see.
Matt Silverman.
He's
Is-
currently
oh,
co-president
all right.
along with Brian Auld of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, let me see if his phone still works. Hey, Andrew, pick up the phone. If that's still Matt Silverman's cell phone, tell him it's the MJ Morning Show calling live from Q105, and see if he'll break the news right here.
Tell us see what he knows. I mean,
I've had that number in my phone for a long time.
I have Vince Namoli's number, if that helps.
Well, that's something because
He's not going to be answering.
no. If he does, that's really something.
That'd be
All right,
news.
so it is the right number?
It's going to voicemail, or?
Hang on, Fester. It's going to voicemail, apparently. All right.
The problem is nobody picks up their phone anymore,
All right.
especially
All
from
right,
an
Fester.
unknown number.
All right, here, I'm calling on my cell number in case he has my number in his phone. So you oh, what do you mean you decline? Oh, just hang up. Just hang up. Hold on. Hey, Andrew, go, put your mic on. All right, so what's the deal?
It was him, but he declined to go on.
Okay,
Wow,
so you
he
spoke to
answered.
Mr. Silverman, but he said,
Oh.
Well,
forget you guys.
Andrew, you've interviewed Matt, I'm sure, before. Did you tell him, hey, this is Andrew? How you doing?
I wasn't that close
All right,
with
so
him.
what-
He wasn't there back when I was running games.
What did
Okay.
you say to him?
I told him we were from the MJ Morning Show and asked if we could have a couple of seconds of his time.
And he said,
And what did he say?
No.
He just said no?
he said, screw you guys.
He wasn't.
Right.
He wasn't brash. But he did say no.
Did he say not right now, or he just said no?
No, the word he used was no.
The unbrashy word he used is no.
listen, call him back and ask if MJ can throw out first pitch.
I already
next
did
week.
that.
I know. Let me do
No.
it again. No.
Can I throw out the first pitch again? No. All right, so anything else? Anything else
I
on
have to go back to the article.
Yeah. Did you? So
I gotta
anything?
pull it back up. There we go.
Uh,
I can find a Tampa Bay Times article if you
all right,
like.
so apparently later this morning, what time are they? Are they having a presser?
That's the thing. People said, I thought I saw it yesterday because on Tuesday, then other people said it's
Oh.
happening later today. Anyway, in short order, there's going to be some big news about the Rays Stadium
Okay.
and go Rays.
All right, so a new $1.2 billion facility, apparently. All right, I meant, what time is it? 9:22. All right, so let me take my break. And, oh, man, I got so much stuff. It's, you come off a weekend. It's just been a busy weekend. So I've got I got a bad story, and it really affected me.
For Monday, do we have to share it on Monday? Is
yeah,
it important?
it really hurt me. I felt really bad about this.
Is it animal related?
No.
Okay.
No, it's worse. All right.
Ah.
So hold on, man. We'll get to that next. Yes. Is this more information about the Rays?
We speculated about the area according to the Tampa Bay Times.
Yeah, the Rays are expected to make a major announcement Tuesday regarding completion of a deal to build a new stadium in downtown St. Pete. Stadium would be built near the current Tropicana Field as part of the redevelopment of the 86-acre historic gas plant district, opening for the 2028 season. All right, so there we go. That's the
okay.
So tomorrow is going to be the big announcement for the Rays' new stadium deal. All right, so I got a kind of a rough story. It just affected me, so I'll explain what I'm talking about next. And then also, if you drive and have a cell phone, you got to hear this warning coming up on the MJ Morning Show. So stand by, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in minutes with the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show here on Q105, so stand by. Now, if you've been thinking... Final chunk of the MJ Morning Show, 9:33 here on a Monday morning. Had a pretty jammed up day today, and I do have a story that kind of hit me hard over the weekend, and I was in just utter and complete disbelief when I heard about this and then saw the video. I couldn't believe it. Are you guys aware of these maniac teenagers in a stolen car that ran over a bicyclist just for sport? Just for the hell of it?
Where did it happen?
This happened out in California. It happened. It happened in Las Vegas, but it was a retired California police chief that was killed. This is so freaking egregious. I mean, I can't even fathom this. A retired California police chief was deliberately targeted, where they aimed the car right at this guy who was bicycling on the side of the road and just plowed into him, sending him over the hood, into the windshield, over the car, and the guy's deceased. A 64-year-old guy, Andreas Probst, was deliberately struck around 6 a.m., just out for a ride in Vegas. There's like no traffic on the road. It's very quiet. And these kids in a stolen car, a 17-year-old driver, a 17-year-old punk, runs this guy over on the side of the road, deliberately aims the car at him and hits him. The 17-year-old driver in a Hyundai, the car apparently was stolen. They're out joyriding. The teen has been charged with murder. I don't know if Nevada has the death penalty, but this 17-year-old kid better never see the light of day again, except for maybe an hour a day in the prison yard. I'd lock this kid in a box for the rest of his life.
Yeah, this is awful.
The footage has been released. So this happened back on August 14th, but the video just started making the rounds this weekend. And you got two black teenagers, apparently, from what I read. And the officer was the retired officer, the retired police chief, actually, is a 64-year-old white guy that was just run over. So is that a hate crime as well? I don't know. Is that reverse hate crime?
I mean, I don't know.
That's tragic.
It is unbelievable.
Ready? Yeah. Hit his ass.
You hear that? Hit his ass. You hear that guy? Talking about hitting his ass.
Ready? Yeah. Hit his ass.
You hear that? I mean, the glass breaks, pieces of glass from the windshield come into the car, and they're videoing this. So they have the incriminating evidence. They filmed themselves murdering this 65-year-old retired police chief from California. He's just riding on the road, and they ram him in this stolen vehicle, in this stolen Hyundai sedan. And then he flies over the car and then turns the camera around, and you can see the guy just laying in the road. He's wearing a bright red T-shirt. I mean, this is unbelievable.
They get right behind him.
I saw this over the weekend while I was up in Virginia Beach with Michelle, and I was speechless. My heart fell into my stomach when I saw this.
Yeah.
What is wrong with some of these kids? 17 years old, charged with murder. You got the passenger egging him on. What kind of human beings would deliberately hit an older guy just riding a bicycle down the street?
It's like you're like soulless.
You heard him say on the video, yeah, hit his ass, and then plows into this retired police chief. They have no idea he was a retired cop. Just some guy on a bicycle in a red shirt.
All right.
I mean, this really affected me when I saw this over the weekend, and I was so saddened by this. Guy's retired, goes to Vegas to retire. He's out for a nice leisurely bike ride and gets run over and murdered just driving a bike deliberately.
A lot of tragic things happen, and when this is just like you said, it's just deliberate.
This 17-year-old kid ought to be strangled. The family of this guy ought to be able to just to strangle the life out of this 17-year-old kid. I mean, I am blown away. Yeah, he's the former chief in Bell, California. So is that like the L.A. area, out Bell? Retired in 2009. Unbelievable. Anyway, listen, I'm sorry for the downer story, but I had to bring this up.
Oh, someone just sent me some even more tragic details about it.
Like what?
They said someone texted me. I don't know. I haven't seen this, but this is from the text line. I read that too. So sad. I read that his daughter received a notification from her dad's Apple Watch that his heart was beating too high.
Oh, geez.
And then the mom and the daughter drove and found him.
Oh God, insane. What a story. All right, moving along. Just got to do a segue here. So I kind of teased earlier, if you drive a car and you have a cell phone, you got to hear this. This is a breaking news alert, folks. This is not new. Happens all the time, but make sure it doesn't happen to you. Dropping your cell phone and then reaching for it while you're driving, not a good idea.
It's happened to me a dozen times, and you know what? You just have to leave the phone. You can't take
Just
your eyes
leave
off
it.
it.
Or pull over at a safe spot and retrieve your phone. Or just wait until you get to your destination and get your phone then. Hey, I'm guilty of this. I've done it. I'll tell you what, I'm going to think twice about it. You know, luckily no injuries here, but some property damage. Lamar Odom, the former NBA star, who was married to one of the Clowndashians for a number of years.
Yeah, one of them, yeah.
Right. Chloe. Unfortunately, shares the same name as my daughter, but she at least spells it with a K, while my daughter's a C. So there's a little bit of separation there. Because I just really have no interest in the Kardashians. Anything Kardashian related. But Lamar Odom dropped his cell phone while he was driving his fancy schmancy Mercedes-Benz and was reaching for it and then just plowed into parked cars on the side of the road.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Smashed into one car, then shoved that car into the car in front. So you got 3 cars with extensive damage. The whole right front end of Lamar Odom's Mercedes white sedan is all ripped off, all smashed. What a mess. So the moral of the story is, folks, do not reach for your cell phone while you are driving because it could sort of sound a little bit like this. I was trying to find my swerve. Here it is. So here's my swerve. So you're reaching down to find. I dropped my cell phone. I'm just tooling around in my car. I dropped my cell phone and and you got 3 cars all bashed up. Why? Because you couldn't wait another few seconds to safely retrieve your phone, and you're reaching down while you're driving.
Odom got hit with 3 airbags from the
Mercedes. You know what's funny? Look at everybody's phones. Everybody pick up their phone right now in the room. Okay?
Yep. Yes.
And? All the same. All the same. We all have black cases. I used to have a white phone case.
This is not a black case.
What color is it?
This is like a silver.
Silver?
That's
okay.
great. No, it's great.
It's great. Okay, from
what
here.
What are you guys, colorblind?
Yeah, I'm so far off.
It's
silver and gray.
It's a gray. It's a gray.
It's a dark gray. It's like a pewter. But in any case, you can't see these when they fall on your floor mat in the car. So next phone cover I get, next phone case, I'm going white.
Or make sure you have white carpeting in your car. So white carpeting and a black cell phone.
Yes.
I think that's a much more intelligent move. Is what I'm thinking.
Your dirty feet all over.
Yeah.
Scuff that carpet up in no time.
Man. All right, so I'm looking at all the stuff that I've left up. Man, I have so much stuff for tomorrow. I've got a warning about something that could happen to you in a parking lot. Fester, you love going to pools. I've got a pool story. Anyway, I'm looking at my pile. A lot of stuff for tomorrow. I don't want to start too much new stuff here because I'm not going to get through it. Anything else before we get added today on a Monday? It's been a jammed up Monday. A little bit of everything today. Anything else?
Anything, Rox?
Thank you for helping me out today, Fester. You're going to give me a ride somewhere. I get to ride in Fester's car.
Her first time in the caddy.
When are you driving her?
I have to drive her like 3 blocks.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You already got your car?
It's a deal, but yeah, I got my car last night.
Do you have
airport to Uber to my car to the radio station?
Hold on. Where was the? Oh, you had. Where was
you
the
had to
key?
pick it up at the mechanic, right?
The car was the key was in the secret hiding spot.
Oh, okay. All right. So your car's all fixed now.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Yeah. All right. So what now?
I've got an email. 4th Street entrance ramp on northbound 275 is open.
Whoa. Really?
What?
Okay, I'd be southbound 270.
Northbound
ramp
hold on. Onto 275 is now open.
Yeah.
So we can just drive straight on out of here.
All right. So
that's from FDOT.
Read the email. This just came in. When did this come in?
I just got it a couple of minutes ago.
Wow, folks! Breaking news.
Whoa.
Wow. So, in St. Petersburg, 4th Street has been closed as far as the entrance to 275 for a couple of years now.
2 years?
It's been like
2.5 years?
Wow. So 4th Street, we're being told, is now opened to the Howard Franklin Bridge, 275 North. I'm going to try it right now.
I bet you're going to do an Instagram video of it.
I should.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm leaving the studio in a few minutes. I'm going to do it right now.
right.
Folks, have a fantastic day. We'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And do me a favor, let's be careful out there.